fun and games. We got everything you want, just call out our names. Whatever you may need will make your dreams come true. In the Sven Zone, the adventure awaits for you. Step into the magic, feel the energy. Open up your mind, set your spirit free. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Sven Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Sven Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Sven Zone, where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Sven Zone, where the music plays, dancing in the moonlight, enjoying sunny days. In this world of wonder, anything is possible. Come along and join us, let's make it unforgettable. All your hopes and fears, they will disappear. Feel the love and joy, let it all be clear. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Sven Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Sven Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Sven Zone, where dreams are shown. Where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Sven Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Sven Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Sven Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Sven Zone, where dreams are shown. Oh, yeah, yeah. Where dreams are shown.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Doing a little bit of Deadlands, Savage World in the Sven Zone. We're doing the Devil, you know. Our marshal tonight is Marbanya, our guest game master, doing part 2 of our one-shot. So, I will tell you that the excitement level for my players has been much higher than normal, and I wouldn't even get the whole sentence out of remember tonight is, and they were like, this week is, oh yeah, I know we're doing Deadlands, we're finishing up that story. They're very excited. So with no further ado, I will turn it over to Marbanya. Take it away, sir.
Thank you, Sven, and I appreciate the enthusiasm. That makes marshaling a game that much more fun. GMing a game, DMing a game, however you want to say. And there is, chances for more of this stuff. There's a whole book. These are called Grim Prairie Tales, and they came out in a previous version. And I'm just using them, converting them over. Not too hard to do. Just a couple things that are different, but there's, as a matter of fact, this isn't, we'll get into that later. Thank you all for having me back to wrap this thing up. And Sven, you were the one that took the notes. Do you want to kind of like catch everybody up, remind them what you were doing, where you were at? You were drinking, I think, when your character was drinking.
All right, so I did take some notes. I have pictures of everything, all the people we talked to. Well, not all the people we talked to, but the Whateleys. They are. I'll share this in the chat, maybe. There you go. So you can open up the notes. Basically, we were looking for this. We heard about this devil, so we traveled from Nolans to Texas, and they had we were talking to this farmer um, named Floyd Jenkins, who had, as far as he knows, some things killed by the devil. He wasn't. He had never saw it himself, but the cows have been eaten by this devil thing. He's lost two of his herd, and including a bull 2 nights ago. And then we he said there was a big trail of dried blood that led off into the trees. And on our way to see Floyd Jenkins, we ran into the Whateleys, and they said they were looking for a woman who was related to them. So that is the notes I have.
Very good, very good. Well, you guys are standing around. I think the last thing I we did, somebody rolled a survival roll. It was Dakota to do a little tracking, um, and you guys found some strange hoofed prints in addition to those of the bull. Uh, I don't. I think Martian Cat rolled, or Dakota rolled a 4. Just barely got the roll. But if you're continuing to look around, searching the area with whatever skills you might have, please let me know what that might be and tell me what you're doing. Anybody?
So I have good notice. Other than that, maybe we haven't
Okay.
found anything yet, so a cult wouldn't really work. But I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of trail or where this blood leads.
Well, Dakota points out the blood, and Floyd Jenkins had pointed it out as well. Let's see, what did he say again? I actually seen the devil 2 nights ago. Found the first cow's carcass without any trouble, all tore up. Big old trail of blood in the pasture led off into the trees, which says to me the other beef didn't just wander off into the thicket by its lonesome. So that's easy to find. He shows you where the blood path is, and where it led off. And then Dakota last week starts looking around, or the last session, and she finds the strange hoof prints of the horse and of the bull. Let's see, and they're only really in the area of where the attack was. There doesn't seem to be. Yeah, okay. So give me a notice roll then, Mr. Dillon. Mr. Dillon.
Do we have a map up yet?
Illumination dark. So do I have. No, there's no map up. Let's see. I might
Thank you.
have like a global effect turned on or something. Global effects, I do. And you would not have been, so yeah, -4. No, -4 means that you got a 4, which is a success most of the time in Deadlands. Um, or Savage Worlds, I should say. And as you look around, you're like, this is kind of strange. There's like the tracks are just right here, where it looks like the bull was attacked. There's no, they didn't come in, they didn't go out. You know what I mean? They're just on the ground right here.
Well, I'm plumb out of ideas. You guys, anyone else know what's going on?
You hear a behind you. Uh, I would have just, taken Trevor over and kind of said this how I'm going to bring you in, but we're just going to do it real quick. So Chunk Norris, you kind of walk up on these folks, right? You've been told the same thing. You came to Caldwell's store, and he said, "Man, you're the third person been looking for this devil, or the third group of people," and he pointed you to Floyd Jenkins' place. So you kind of come walking up the road, and these folks all got their back to you, and you just heard one of them say, "Repeat that, Sven."
Well, I'm plumb out of ideas. It looks like this thing just showed up and then disappeared. Anybody else have any ideas of where this thing is?
You could have moved further into the trees.
And then you hear this guy kind of clear his throat. And Chunk, you're standing right behind these guys. Do you have any survival skills? Anything that you do have survival skill? Is he? Are you there, Trevor?
I'm sorry. Yes, I have survival.
Yeah. So give me a survival roll, and let's see what he kind of comes walking up. Kind of a
Okay.
gruff character. He just kind of
Okay.
bumps everybody out of the way.
Well, hold on.
But go ahead and introduce yourself to him, and let's. You know what I forgot to do? Let's do this real quick because there were bennies used last week. We reset those, and we reset adventure cards because somebody threw an adventure card down. So that happens every session. You could Benny that if you wanted to, which means drop one of your little up there by your name, the little token things. Yep. Okay, and then roll the. You can roll it again. Alternatively, you can just drop it right on the skill again. Okay, there you go. Good use of a Benny because he goes,
Nice.
"Excuse me, let me take a look," and he comes walking up here, and you see exactly what he means, Chunk. You know, there's
Yep.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. There's weird tracks that Dakota had pointed out, and you guys are like, you don't know what to make of this guy. He's just standing there looking around. He just walks right up in the middle of the scene. And let's see. Would you have your badge like
Yes.
presented like on your duster or whatever? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, then it's obvious he's got a big Texas star right here on his duster. Looks like a Texas Ranger for those of you who might know something about that. Common knowledge roll would let's tell me if you knew anything about Texas Rangers. Atomic Hero Squad. Hello. Dakota knows about Texas Rangers. Not the friendliest of bunches.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's a law dog of some kind, Mr. Dillon, but you know he could just might be a marshal or something. Wichita, you know all about Texas Rangers.
Know all about them.
Yeah, because they don't take kindly to things of the occult and stuff like that. They're kind of like agents for like up in the Northeast, like Men in Black kind of thing. But Texas Rangers, Territorial Rangers, they're like there's a reason for an answer for everything that's going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to spend a night with a couple of them.
You know what? That's worth a penny. Oh, what's Mr. Dillon? Yeah, that's worth an extra penny. That's terrible. That's absolutely awful. So, and not to promote any more ill-mannered humor like that, we will move right along. So let me move Chunk Norris's character sheet over here. He is in the tracker. Also wanted to point out, Wichita, you now have. Oh, here it's in the. I didn't have it shown. If you look at your character sheet, Wichita, on the main tab in the bottom left corner is something that says Allies, and you can open up that Allies character sheet.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. And Doesn't
It
do
shows
much
up
for
in the
combat.
contract tracker too. It's so cute.
Yeah, and it's going to go on your turn, so you can, before you or after you, whatever you want to do. You can give it commands and this and that. It's pretty smart. It's
Its name is
it-
Furret.
okay. What is
Hey,
it?
that's a Pokemon, by the way.
I'm
That
just
is
kidding.
deadass a Pokemon. So
Oh, go ahead and type it in there. Yeah, it's unlocked. Type whatever. Fairy.
So as we're standing all around
Yeah.
looking at these footprints and whatnot and how they just are there,
Yeah.
nothing coming or going, it seems to me like maybe because I've seen some Indian tribes do the same thing. Maybe it's using the trees for travel and just kind of dropping in where it feels like.
Well, Trevor, you see. Go ahead and rename the ferret whatever you want to. If it's, you should be able to lock it and unlock it and all that stuff. If you can't relock the character sheet, let me know. Is that his name, Fairy the Ferret?
Yes.
very original.
Fairy the Ferret. Okay, that works. All right, he's not much for combat, but he's got some other skills. And for those of you who want to see what Fairy the Ferret looks like.
Nice.
He's
It
so
looks like a Pokemon.
Admirable.
So cute.
That's great.
Is it a Pokemon? I have no idea if it's a Pokemon or not.
Too bad they're little monsters, but it's so cute.
Pocket monsters.
Nice.
Pocket monster. Pocket monster. Okay, so there's your familiar, who I don't know if he travels on your shoulder in your coat pocket, what he does. I'm sure the rest of you know. So Chunk, you just kind of elbow your way right up in the middle of this scene, and you're looking around, and you see these what look kind of like odd hoof prints from a horse, right? You don't see them enter or leave because you had a what was your survival 10. You got a raise on that. With a raise, where is it? A raise on the roll picks up a faint trail of dried blood leading out of the meadow, but no tracks.
Well, I'm gonna follow the blood.
And who said they may be using the trees?
That would be Aita.
Okay, Aida, you see this Texas Ranger starts following this trail of blood, and it's very faint at first, and then you see more, and it gets thicker, like it's bleeding more and more the farther away you get. And then you're like, I wonder if it's used, and then you look up, and you can see the half-eaten carcass of a bull caught about 30 feet above the ground. This thing looks like it probably weighs, 12 to 1,600 pounds.
Dang.
Did at one time.
Right?
And it's
Probably about
hanging
half
in the
that now.
branches of a pine tree. Yeah, not far from the edge of the pasture. Just you see it in the woods. Just as it starts back into this thicket. Now, there's no trail back in where it went, so.
Hey, y'all. Look up there.
I'm a looking.
Let's
I
see.
know I
Everybody give
couldn't
me
How
an
get
did
that.
that get up there?
Right?
Oh crap.
Dakota, you're absolutely positive that there was only one creature. You're looking. You go back and you start looking at the tracks again, where these like horse prints are or whatever, and you're like, it's one creature, but it's not a four-legged horse by any means. It's like something on two legs with horse hoofs. 'Cause you got a raise too.
Is there any sign of how that it climbed up there, broken branches or blood, anything, or did it just sort of
Like scrap
appear up there?
fur stuck to branches or anything.
No, there's no claw marks in the tree leading up to it. No.
Anybody got a rope we can, or anybody know how
I don't
to
have a rope,
lasso it, pull it
but
down?
I can send Fairy up there and look.
I could. I got this. Reliably reversible reductive apparatus. I could go ahead and shrink that thing, and her ferret could go get it.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's fire the contraption. You guys agree with that?
Well, can you make it bigger once it comes back down?
yep.
Describe what this thing is that you just whipped out in front of everybody.
Um. So, this is what he calls his reliably reversible reductive apparatus, and this thing it has it's like a laser pointer strapped to like the handle of a gun, and then it's got like all these different like lenses that like whenever he's messing with it, he like flicks them down in front of the beam and then flicks them up, and so every time he uses it, it's like he's using different lenses, and it's just like this thing is half lenses.
Excellent. Definitely worth a penny. Definitely worth a penny. Paints it very well. Yeah, so let's see. Did you roll to see about using that? Well, first of all, does everybody agree? Dakota says, "Can you make it big again?"
I can. I don't think this thing even gets a say because it's just a corpse. So yeah.
I'm down.
Your little pet's not going to eat it, right?
I mean, it's kind of up to the pet.
It would probably. Ew. Let's see. This bull is probably originally size 3, I'm going to say. So it would cost you 6 power points to make it the size of a man. And then probably another 12 power points, and all to make it small enough for a ferret to carry. By the way,
Could I make it small enough that ferret can like knock it off or something instead of carrying it down?
You can send the little ferret up there to try. I mean, I guess, I mean,
How
think about it.
climbable does this tree look? I'm not going to do it, but
No, it's one of them southern shortleaf pines. It's tall and skinny. Doesn't have any branches for quite a ways.
Oh.
You go grab a hold of it, and you're like, I can climb this, and you got sap all over your hands.
And how do we get power points back? I'm over here just thinking like 12 is half of what I've got. Can I fight?
They regenerate.
That.
If you look at your character's type, it tells you. Let's see here. Dr. Max Mayhem, main, arcane background, mad scientist information, and then it tells you about regaining power points somewhere in there. Let's see. All kinds of cool stuff about the mad scientist in there. Trappings. Oh, and don't ever roll a crit fail. It's bad for a mad scientist to roll a crit fail. It's really, really bad.
It tosses a roll on the malfunction table.
Speaking of PowerPoints, would I have my PowerPoints back from my last fight?
When was the last fight?
Was that night? When
That
we were.
was it. Yeah,
That's
oh
when
yeah,
we were.
yeah. You
Then
guys
you
would
should
have,
cover
yeah,
that.
Okay.
yeah. You can typically, if you're healthy, fully regain your power points like,
Okay.
overnight.
Cool. So I'm back to 15.
So yeah, so you could shrink it down to something small enough that the ferret could at least knock off the branch with 12 power points, but that's an expensive, but you can regain that over a few hours. It's not like D&D. You don't have to have a long rest to regain as long as you're not engaged in something, you're regaining power points.
All right. In that case, I will go ahead and spend 12 power points to shrink this bull down so we can take a better look at it.
All right. Wichita, do you send the ferret up the tree?
I do, yes.
Let's
All right,
get an
little fairy, go
agility
get it.
roll.
Go see if you can push it off.
Yeah, let's go get an agility
Agility.
roll on the ferret and see if he can.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
Oh, he easily makes it up to the branch where this thing's at, and I'm not even going to make him roll for a strength to knock it off because it's pretty small now. It's about the size of the ferret, and he just kind of rolls it off the branch, and it lands on the ground at your feet. And the ferret scurries back down the tree, I guess.
Yep, perches right back on my shoulder.
Okay. So now, mad scientist, here's this bull about the size of the ferret laying on the ground.
I just love that.
Really strange looking, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Well, time to use another fucking 12 power points. I'm not doing shit in the next fight to grow it back to its normal size.
So that's
Do I need to
24.
be ready for this, by the way? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 24 out of 25. I'm not fighting next time, guys.
Wow. Well, let's see. You do have zero weapons.
I'm supposed to have like a knife, but
Well,
I'm
grab
also
a
not
knife.
the strongest person
Yeah,
out there.
you should have at least a knife in there. Okay, so you shrink this thing back up and or you increase the size back up. What is it you guys want to do with this carcass now? All the maggots when you shrunk the bull down, they shrunk too.
Well, now that he's big again,
Come on, Martian Cap. Don't like the
check out the
maggot
wounds. I want to check out the wounds.
Yeah, what would we need to roll to just like investigate the animal?
Does anybody have medicine? I think it's
I hope
medicine.
the
Let's
medicine
see.
woman does.
I would think the medicine woman does.
The medicine woman does not have
It's
medicine in her
not.
skills.
It's not medicine. It's not medicine. I've got a
Oh,
Healing?
healing.
I've
there
got
you go.
healing.
All right,
Yeah,
yes,
so
I do.
so that's what we need. Anybody with healing rolls with the healing ability. Oh man. Oh man. Oh wow. Yeah. So you can see that it's been ripped open like uh, something with huge, massive claws. Much of it's been eaten.
So it looks like it tore it with its claw first. Or
and
did it
then
actually
ate the
bite
soft
it?
bits. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Any chance we can get a scale for how big the thing that attacked it is? By like how big the claw marks are, or how big the bite is, or something like that?
Yeah. With that raise, Aida, you realize that if it wasn't claws, they'd be 8-inch daggers.
Damn.
So,
Damn, this
Mr.
thing's a
Ranger
quite a
there,
big one. Quite a big one.
Mr. Ranger or Dakota, do you guys know of any animal this big? Bear or mountain lion or anything like that?
Would that be common knowledge
Um,
or common knowledge for me?
Common knowledge, or it could be if you have some kind of skill with animals or survival. I would say Dakota could use survival. Chunk Norris could probably use survival. Um, somebody that lives in the city using survival to, I'd say no.
Nice.
Yeah,
I know stuff and things.
stuff and things. Okay, so the question specifically was,
About what would have 8-inch claws like that? I think that was the question.
you mean as far as,
Yeah.
I
Could it be a
mean,
bear or a lion or something else?
if it was a
Or
bear,
bigger.
if it was a bear, there's not been a bear this size, this far south, as far as you know. Dakota, you're like, if it's a bear, it's a a big grizzly, big grizz, big brown bear from way up north, big Kodiak or something. Which I don't know if your character's ever been in the North Pacific Northwest or not, but other than that, you don't think there's any beasts around here that would have claws like that.
Or what if it's just the little people piloting this big animal body, trying to scare us, trying to control us?
Two kobolds
Guys.
in a trench coat.
That dude is whack.
Yeah, man. That is exactly why you should not let me be talking to other people.
Yeah. I don't
So,
think so, Dr. Max. I don't think so. Gives you a little reassuring pat on the shoulder.
you guys, this guy's kind of crazy, so you wonder sometimes why you keep him around, and then he pulls out this fucking shrink ray that works, and you're like, oh, that's why. He's fucking crazy, but his shit works.
So I roll my eyes and I start walking toward the ranger dude who's following the blood.
Okay. So you walk up to Chunk Norris. Nobody just walks up to Chunk Norris.
That's right.
Cousin Chucky!
Let's see, is there the easiest thing to do would be show a picture of, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't do that. It's weird. Can't do it from his portrait on a character page. Anyway, so what do you say to Chunk Norris when you walk up to him?
So there, Sir Norris, what is your interest in this thing? And what do you think it might be?
Um. Um. Uh, think it might be exactly what people think it is. Devil.
It's the little people, I tell you.
No, Dr. Max, calm down.
Yeah, we had a different career campaign here. I'm assuming.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, somebody else joined us. Do we have somebody else coming in here?
Yeah,
Sven?
Ron. It's Ron.
Reno.
Ron?
Oh,
Hey.
How are you
Reno.
doing?
you know.
Eh, it's Ron.
Yes.
Ron, I think there's one character
It's
left.
my name is Reno.
Reno?
Is my name. Yes. Thank you.
Reno is your name. Okay.
Yes.
It's Reno, and Reno, there is one
And
character
Reno.
left if you want to grab it. Are you connected
Oh.
to the table?
I am.
You go
I
to
am on Fantasy
Finding
Ground. I have
Stars.
No idea.
R-E.
Finding stars.
Oh,
That's it.
Reno.
The
Oh,
text
yeah.
channel, and you'll
In
see
there.
the table information there and stuff. So, as a character, I mean, as a player, I really have no idea what else to do. Is there some role or something I can do to get some kind of clue as to how we proceed here? We've talked to all the witnesses we know about.
Well,
We've looked at all the information, the clues we have. Is there something my player?
talking to Floyd Jenkins, you talk to Floyd Jenkins some more. He scratches his head and says, "Well, seems like he gets hungry about every 2 or 3 nights. Tonight, tomorrow night, he'll be back. I could feel it. I could feel it in my bones."
And does he
Time
want
for a
his
takeout.
what's left of his animal?
My guess is he'll take a fresh one, but we can use this one for bait.
You guys want to hide out here then and sort of see if we can catch this thing?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I love stakeouts.
Yep, I'm gonna climb me a tree.
Can we get some snacks?
How about some coffee and donuts?
Yeah, he clearly doesn't have enough to feed all of us, so I definitely want some real food.
Well, let's see. I'd say that Chunk Norris has probably eaten beef more rancid than this 2-day-old kill right here before. I don't know if Wichita has or Mr. Dillon.
No.
Dr. Max, most likely, yes, has eaten, and probably with some gunpowder sprinkled on it just to see what.
Probably.
Yes.
I didn't die yet, so.
So I'll head back
I
into
eat a-
town, grab some food. Anybody want to come with?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
All right.
Hey, bring me back some rope, please.
Some rope?
Rope. I need to climb a tree. I need a piece of rope.
You gonna give me some money for that rope?
You mean your good looks ain't gonna get it for you?
No, this ain't no charity.
Yeah, I'll give you some cha-ching.
How much would rope normally cost?
Oops. Whoopsie.
5 gold.
So you make it back to Caldwell, to Caldwell's store, no problem. The two of you, and on the way back, it's let's see, what time of day was it? Did I do anything with the calendar? No, I don't even have a module loaded for calendar. On the way back, the sun starts setting, and you can kind of see. You're about halfway back to Floyd Jenkins' farm, and the two of you can see like a light. It looks like a fire flickering off the trail here back in the woods.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Don't do it, it's a trick.
Fiddling with his inventions. The
How far away
I was like, "Are you?
is this fire?
Hey, can you talk to this critter of yours? Can they go check it out?" It's
That's why
probably
I'm asking how far away the fire is.
it's probably them weird folks we talked to before.
Oh, the Whateleys.
Yeah.
There is a small trail that kind of branches off of this one that's cut through that that you're like, well, it's been used. You can definitely see. You don't even have to roll to see it's been used.
So, quick question. Um, I was reading the familiar page again to familiarize myself with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do I
To
have the ability?
familiarize.
Yeah, yeah. Shh. Okay. Do I have the ability to share the familiar senses as if they were my own?
I think it should be written in there. Let's see.
Because I'm looking at the ferret's character sheet and it doesn't show, from what I see, anything at all from the familiar information page,
Okay,
except
so
that
it
it
can
gained an
understand
edge.
you. It can understand you, your speech, and vice versa. You can understand it.
Yeah.
Um, the beast friend of power has no power over it, so nobody can use that against it. Um, if it dies, you can't. You can summon another after 13 days. Change the type if you choose. Familiars do not advance as allies. Instead, familiars above from a legendary monster. The witch can transfer wounds and fatigue to and from her familiar as a free action. Can increase one of the familiar's trait die. Take place of her own. Or taking once per trait. The witch can use the familiar's senses as if they were her own, which is the sense of sight as well. The smell, sound, taste. That's the way I read it. This requires concentration, and the maximum range for this ability is 10 miles.
That is crazy.
Well, I don't
10
think that
miles.
they're 10
Awesome.
miles away. Um, so I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. And who is it that's with me again?
Mr.
Uh,
Dillon.
Mr.
That's
Dillon.
right. So I'll ask Mr. Dillon. Mr. Dillon, will you please just watch our surroundings while I concentrate? I'm just gonna sit down on the ground like crisscross applesauce, and I'm gonna send Ferry on his way to go heading down the trail to see and find out
Has
what's
everybody
down there.
has everybody seen Game of Thrones? So the the Northmen, in the north, they called them wargs up there. And the guy would roll his eyes back in his head, and he'd be like this, and
Yeah, that's also kind of what I'm imagining.
yes, exactly, exactly. So
Yeah.
you're kind,
So
you're
I'm
completely
sitting down and
detached
I'm
from, yeah,
focused.
yeah. You've got somebody guarding you. Best to have somebody guarding you when you're doing this, because you are not. If you're just trying to
Yep.
smell through through its, I don't know. I would almost think you either step into the animal or you don't. It's not like, well, I just want to see what it smells. No, you got to kind of commit to it. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, Mr. Dillon is watching over you, your corporeal body, as you venture out and get into your animal's mind. Are you going to send it through the woods? It looks like it's probably not 50, even 50 yards off the trail here, back to where this fire is.
Yeah, I'll send it through the woods. I'll make sure that it's stealthy. Do I have to roll for
Well,
that?
yes, you do. Open
Okay.
up your Fairy the Ferret's sheet and roll some stealth.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it just disappears. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to open their uh, character sheets and roll to try to beat that. Um,
Nice.
so if you're looking through his eyes, you can see, the train up and down, up and down. The fire's gone, fire's there, fire's gone, fire's there, fire's gone, and finally, Barry jumps up on this log, runs up. It's like a tree that's fallen down, runs up it like a squirrel, and runs out, and he's standing there looking down over this camp, and it is indeed the Whateleys.
Can I hear what they're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
If they're talking about anything?
You absolutely can.
What they say?
They said that you hear them say, "Well, tomorrow will be a better day." It's never gonna end though. There'll always be another one of her to go after. Don't talk like that. You don't know how many there are. Let's settle down and get some sleep now. I did have the button pushed when I said all those things, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yes,
heard
you
you.
did.
We heard you.
Okay.
Even those of us who aren't supposed to hear it heard it.
Okay. And they're going to sleep, I'm assuming.
All except for the one that is a Whately dash something. What was his
Moses.
Moses.
name? Moses, the big
The
one.
one that gives me the really bad juju vibes.
Yeah, you see him. He's just kind of standing there, all head looking down. You know, his head's kind of pointed down like this, but his eyes are looking around in the woods. And he's just standing there by the fire like this. Everybody else kind of lays down, and Moses is just standing there.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're gonna. Well, I mean, does it look like they have like any, I don't know, like books or anything like that with them and among their belongings, like or pieces of paper that might have information on it?
Yeah, they've got a pack
All right,
horse.
everybody,
Pack
it's
horse
a
has got
beautiful
some.
hair, Charlie. Let you count in 3.
Okay, somebody's muted.
I didn't hear.
Somebody's
Yeah, I
mic
didn't
is
read
not muted.
Um, and it's got like these wicker panniers that are hanging off the back. They're not saddlebags. It doesn't look like looks like a pretty fine pack horse, right? Like you would expect somebody in this area to have an animal this fine, especially for a pack horse. And then it doesn't have just leather saddlebags. It's got these fancy wicker panniers hanging off the back of it. But marching through this swamp down here, you can see where the wicker's been painted and the paint's been peeled off of it. Like the brush and stuff has been, you know, roughed it up.
Okay, and I missed the very, very first part. You said there was something. What is it that that you were talking about?
There was, but I'm not sure what.
Because I
First
asked
part.
if I asked if there was like a book or pieces of papers, and then you said
Oh,
something, and I didn't
well,
hear anything you said.
there are these wicker baskets hanging
Wicker
off the,
baskets.
you know, they're wicker
Okay.
baskets that would have been hanging off the back of a horse. They're called panniers, I think.
Okay, but they're on the ground, not the horse.
They're sitting on the ground, right?
Okay.
And there's, you know, I mean, camp is pretty tidy. They've all got like a bedroll rolled out, and that's about it. But there's a couple of these baskets sitting over there.
Okay. I really want to have the ferret kind of see if we can get the ferret to go and like look through the baskets and maybe flip through some of the pages or see if there's any information that they've written down that I can skim through.
Okay, so we'll need another stealth roll if the ferret approaches down through the camp. And I am going to definitely have to pull Moses out here. Let's see. Caldwell.
I wonder if I should wait till they
Meanwhile,
fall
I'm
asleep.
talking to her, telling her to hurry up. Does she see anything? I'm hungry. She can't hear anything, but I don't know that.
Yeesh. I don't know if I like that roll or not. I might Benny that.
Okay, you can Benny it if you'd like before I reveal my Moses's notice roll.
I'll see if I can get a better one. Maybe I'm being greedy. Nope, I'm not being greedy. Ooh, yes. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So Moses starts humming this song to himself. And your little ferret scampers down, goes over by these wicker panniers, and stands up and let's say, give me a smarts roll. If what he needs to know how to figure out, give me his smarts roll to see if he can figure out how to get the latch open. Now you see him; he's trying to push the lid off of it. Now you can communicate with him. No.
Okay. I'll tell him, all right, we want to take those little paws. Act like you're trying to get into a jar of beef jerky, all right? You got to lift the lid.
So I'll let you spend a Benny on him and roll that
Yeah.
again. I'll let you spend one of your bennies for him. So there you go.
Now that's even worse.
He can't figure out how to get the latch open. You're starting to get frustrated. Because you're like all rolled back up in your head. You know, you're seeing what he's seeing, and you just can't communicate to him like what to do. He doesn't. You know, that animal intelligence just doesn't quite get it. Although he is pretty smart for an animal. He's got a D6 smarts.
Yeah,
think.
he does. I mean, I have one more Benny. Can I use it?
You can. Yeah.
All right. I'm me taking a deep breath, trying to relax myself and explain it to him. Please, no. All right. I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, that sucks.
Man.
So okay. So he can't figure out how to get into this thing.
Well, I mean, there's nothing else I can do if he can't get into it.
Go animal on it. Just chew the thing.
Now he can start to chew his way. It's just wicker.
I mean, yeah, but that would probably make noise. Let's
It
try it.
probably
Am I
would
gonna
make
have to
noise.
make a? Yeah, I was gonna say. Will I have to make like a thievery
It'll
check or
be
something like that?
it would be another stealth roll with
Oh
a
god.
penalty against it. So,
What kind of penalty? How big of a penalty?
well, let's see. What would this? Okay, so it's evening, right? Evening. Let's see. Let me. Here we go. Swamp camping. So those of you that have Sirenscape on, let's see what swamp camping sounds like. It's kind of quiet. It's not as loud as I'd have thought it would have been. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here comes all the noise making skittery stuff. I would I'd say that, let me look at where is notice is a D6. Roll this again. Give me a -2 in a stealth roll. -2 in the modifier box.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Uh,
Oh no.
Is it time for Fairy to run? I think it's time for Fairy to run.
And then you see Fairy kind of stops, and you have Fairy turn so you can look, and you see Moses looks over there by those baskets, and spomp spomp spomp. He's splashing through the swamp as he walks over to where the horse is tied up and where these baskets are. He starts looking around. So does Fairy run? I'm not gonna do a big. This is just kind of a one-off thing. We're not. Oh, by the way, I should do this too. Actually.
No, I don't want him to run. I don't want him to like scare or put them on high alert, I should say. Can he? So he's in a basket. Can I just have him curl up at the bottom of the basket? Can I have him try and hide underneath?
Well, he's not in the basket. He never could get in the basket. You
Oh,
can have him
that's
try to
right.
hide.
That's
You can have him
right.
try to hide. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
I'll
plenty.
try and
There's a
have him hide.
thick brush.
Yeah.
Okay, give me another stealth roll.
Please don't be anything like the last.
Oh, better.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you're watching, and Fairy kind of runs down and he scurries, kind of tries to get back up underneath this log, and he he makes a little bit of sound, and then Moses moves his panniers out of the way, and he's looking down over like this. You see him kind of kick some stuff around. He sniffs the air like that. And he looks up in the trees. And then he finally turns around and he walks back over and stands right exactly where he was before, looking straight down at the fire, just going.
All right, yeah, I know. I don't want to risk Fairy. But we did get some information. It sounds like they definitely know more than they're letting on. And I think it has to do with the distant relative that's in the area. So
So you
I'm
bring
just gonna
Fairy
have,
back
yeah,
too?
I'm gonna have Fairy
Okay.
retreat.
All right.
Retreat.
So you guys make it back. That was just a
So
random
did they?
encounter.
When Ferry gets back, I'm gonna ask. So they have that woman they were looking for with them?
No, but I think they were talking about her.
All right, let's go. I'm hungry.
All right, you guys make it back about dark, right?
Yeah, and I'll relay all the information I heard that everyone else heard, so now they've actually heard it.
Do we see this Oriental woman in the store?
Uh, no. So did he find his way onto the table and get a character and all that?
Yeah, I see the Chi
There we
Master there.
go, Chi
Table.
Master.
Master.
Yeah, you probably want a different name than Chi Master, but you know. No, not at all.
Okay.
When you get back, and the rest of you guys would have had this little scene play out in front of you. You hear Chunk Norris go, "Well, it's about damn time," and then you see this Asian lady come walking out. She's real quiet. She doesn't say anything. And I'm just going to say that whoever your name is, Chi Master, that
Yeah.
you've been running with Chunk Norris for a long time. You're kind of the unlikely dynamic duo of Southeast Texas in 1882 or whatever. Um, and you just found that where you're lacking in your youth and to be able to handle a lot of situations like you used to.
Right.
Um, I don't know what you want to name your character, but go ahead and you should be able to rename it to whatever.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
So the rest of you guys that were back there waiting on these guys to get back with food, you realize that hey, there's two of them, and you were off looking for the Chi Master was off looking for information as well. Ming Lee, very good. Meng, isn't that wasn't that Natural Born Killers? Meng,
I'm not sure. I'm not
Meng,
sure.
yeah, yeah. So you get back, and yes, there is someone that obviously Asian sitting here that, but you've never seen him before.
So the rope is you can get 20 yards for £5. $5 a but it weighs 8 pounds. So for Aida who
That's a
wants
lot of rope.
20 yards,
That's $5 worth of rope, so
60 feet of rope. That's a pretty thick rope if it weighs 8 pounds.
safely
we don't
holds
have the
300
nylon
pounds.
stuff.
It says.
Oh wow,
It's in the, it's,
Yeah.
in,
that's good solid rope.
it's in the items. There are other types of rope in there, but we got. I'll bring back a bunch of sandwiches or bread and sliced meat, some cheese,
Okay.
some real food, not any of this grossness. Maybe a jug of milk, some whiskey. I already have some whiskey already. So milk and
All right, so-
moonshine work. It's a good combo.
Ming.
So Ming, you guys are you are with your sidekick Chunk Norris. You don't know why you hang out with the old Texan. He's got a kind of a fear of bathtubs most of the time.
Roger.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite the
You don't
opposite
know.
of Ming, I think. Guarantee that.
Yeah, exactly. Ming is very well kept, and it's obvious the two of them. I don't know. Maybe they're involved physically, romantically. Who knows? Maybe they're not. You guys don't know yet, but he's gruff and he talks kind of about time you showed up, and she just kind of lets water off a duck's back. Um, and night falls, and you guys sit around and you have whatever you're frying up there, bacon. You don't know where the bacon meat came from. It might be pork, but you doubt it. It's definitely smoked with some kind of wood, not hickory. Um, but it's getting on into the night. Who goes to bed early out of this group?
Oh, definitely,
How much
Dr. Max. He's
drinking has there been?
he's expended everything for the day, so he's
Well,
going to bed.
you guys are at a moonshiner's cabin. I mean, this guy makes. That's the first thing that Mr. Dillon did was have some of the guys shine, and it was pretty good. So you can drink as much as you want, and so Mr. Or Dr. Max Mayhem goes on to sleep, just passes out drunk. I guess is that right, Max?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. Okay, he's passed out drunk. So put -4 in the modifier box down there and give me a vigor roll. Because by your own admission, you were like drinking. So. Yeah.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, he's still able to talk a little bit before he. Just I think I'm gonna eat and tomorrow, and then he just kind of slumps over, and that's it for him for the night. He's out.
Yeah, Wichita is not a drinker.
You guys hear a strange howl somewhere in the distance. I mean, not
Owl?
just a howl. Not a howl like a wolf or a dog.
Is it a rowdy
Very
howl?
low and very low and guttural. Oh, it's really a droning sound more than. Matter of fact, it's so haunting that unless you have the guts edge, I need a spirit roll from everyone at minus.
Where?
Put
Where is
-2
that?
in the modifier box. Bottom left corner is a modifier box. Where it's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So put a -2 in there, and then your attributes on your traits tab. Your skills are in the column on the right. Your attributes are and spirit is.
Okay, I see it.
Yep.
Now, being my background is all about spirits and whatnot, do I still take that minus?
Unless you have the guts edge.
Yes, unless you have the guts edge.
Okay. And it was minus what? 2?
-2.
Hold on.
Minus what?
2.
Max
Thank
doesn't
you.
hear anything. He's passed out drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Nice.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh,
That is
no.
a
I
crit
should-
failure. Ming Lee, you are terrified. You can't use a Benny on a crit failure, unfortunately. So
I should have.
What's that?
I should have had a 5. I shouldn't have.
Oh, you have.
I put the minus. Do you want me to re-roll it?
Oh, you mean you didn't put the? Oh, you mean
I shouldn't have put the minus in.
Oh, because you have the guts edge.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the guts edge.
So it's a 5, not a 3.
So no, it doesn't matter because you rolled. It wouldn't have mattered. You still crit failed. You rolled a 1 on each die.
No, I rolled a 5.
No, that's Ming
Chuck
Lee.
Norris.
Oh, Ming Lee. Oh, wait a minute.
Chuck Norris.
I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
confused.
Chuck Norris. Okay, guys, I don't know your voices yet. I'm trying to. Okay, because I've got guys playing gals and gals playing guys. It's like,
Yeah.
that doesn't really cue me in. So absolutely, you don't have the -2, so that would have been a 5. You do not. Everybody who did not make that, go to your traits tab, and down there, left hand side towards the bottom says wounds, fatigue, and fear. Put a little pip in the fear.
What did we need to make it?
4.
You needed a 4.
Okay,
So
thank.
I would have made it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
was
then
close. -1 is close.
-1 is
-1.
not even close.
There. You almost had it, but next time.
Negative.
No.
Max
Oh,
Mayhem is
Shona.
out.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
I have
I'm
the
not even awake to hear it.
I have the guts edge.
You do. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then you have a +2, I think, to make any fear roll, don't you?
Let's see. It says he gets a free reroll when
A
making
free
fear checks.
reroll. Okay,
Nice.
so let's see. Yes, you should probably use that.
Nice.
Hey.
And that's much better. Okay. So you don't have a point of fear against you. Aida, do you want to Benny that fear roll?
I was thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Still a -2, right?
It's still a -2, so put the -2
Okay.
back in the modifier box down there, and then you can drag a Benny right onto the spirit die, and it'll say using a Benny to re-roll spirit.
Nice.
And there you go. And you survive, or you succeeded on that. So Ming Lee is the only one that gets any kind of fear penalty. And did I put her in here? Yes, I did. I just
I'll
don't
bet you
think-
that's her making that howl.
No,
not.
but she's
Wichita is looking at you in confusion.
Her, like that female family member they came out here at the time. You heard that conversation. I think they're talking about her.
I'm going to stand up from where I was leaning against the tree. Hey, somebody go wake up the doctor.
Good
whoever's
luck with
As you
that.
guys hear, as you
closest
say
to-
this, you hear it again. You hear the same howl again. I'm not going to make you roll this.
Is it sound closer, or does it sound further, or does it sound the
It
same
sounds
distance?
closer this time, and then you hear
Ah.
multiple rapid gunshots ring out in the distance. Soon they dwindle to just a few, then only a single gun fires intermittently. It too falls silent. It's impossible to tell from where the gunfire originated. All
So
you
we
know is
don't
somewhere
know-
between you and Caldwell's.
Oh, okay,
somewhere.
that direction. Okay.
Well, it seems like it's probably coming from their camp. Do we have any kind of light source at night?
You got torches. I mean, let's
Now,
see.
can I use
You know,
my
Floyd
trinkets?
Jenkins would probably have he'd probably have a lantern. Trinkets? I think your trinkets are for tools, aren't they?
create a minor
So-
mundane item weighing less than 1 pound.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
So can I make a lantern?
Sure. You pull out some I don't know,
Pop off the back of that whiskey
Sterno
bottle
fuel.
and
There you go. Tell me how you make this.
so pop off the bottom of the whiskey bottle and grab a piece of leather and jam it in there, cut it out, and then so I've got a lens, and then wrap that around some old metal pieces I've got, and that way I've got this little thing with sort of like a miner's lantern. So I can
Okay.
put a
Yeah.
candle
While he's
or a
making that, can I
torch in
wake
there.
up Dr. Max?
Wax.
Can you?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Like I said, good luck with that.
I know.
All right, Ming, you came in late, so I'm going to give you. You should have. I looked at your edges, and you don't have any hindrance or anything like dark bargain. So you should get 3 adventure cards of which you can use and play 1 at any time. So guys, don't forget to look your adventure cards over. You can play that at any time. Doesn't have to be on your turn. Doesn't have to be in combat. You can just say, I'm playing an adventure card.
Where do we see the adventure cards again?
It's a tab
The
on your character
second-
sheet.
Yeah. the second tab.
Advanced cards.
And if you double click them, it'll make them big.
Adventure.
It wouldn't do that for me. Let me do this real quick.
Oh, I got new ones. Okay, cool. Because the other ones I had were
new,
crap.
new session. New session. I can actually take Remy Boudreau out of here.
Turns out
Yep.
he's been the devil the whole time.
I think we should go
was the devil.
find out what that was. I'm guessing it's probably from the camp where we saw them Waitley's. You guys want to come with? And I'll hold up my.
Was
my
I
good
able
old
to wake up
lantern.
Dr. Max?
Were you able to what?
Wake up Dr. Max.
Let's see. Dr. Max. Let me open up Dr. Max's sheet here. Look at his traits. I would think.
I have a whip.
Well,
I
let's
can
see.
just whip him.
Yeah, I could say you're going to wake him up. Let's see how drunk he is, though. Give me that vigor roll. I mean, because this hasn't been any time since he fell over. It's been
No.
like 15 minutes. So we'll just go with, you get him woke up, but he's drunk.
Would it help
There's no doubt
him?
about it,
Would
he's drunk.
the vigor roll? Would it help with the vigor roll if I splash some water on his face?
I'm not.
Don't you just want to do that anyway?
Yeah, but you're more than welcome to splash water on his face.
Yeah, still gonna do that.
Yeah, okay. You throw water in his face. Get up, doctor.
Wake up! Wake up!
All right.
Are you asking for that vigor roll?
No. He's because you can wake him up. Eventually, you'll get him woke up. It's not. He doesn't have the narcoleptic hindrance or anything.
Right.
You know?
Not
and
yet.
He's not under the effects of opium, which is pretty big in the Weird West. So you get him woke up, but he's drunker than shit. Like he's gonna have major penalties.
Hey, Aida, you got anything to help him? A little wake up potions or something? Anti-fire water?
That's called coffee.
Cure poison or
I don't know, do I?
Where would that stuff be?
Let's
She's a
see.
medicine woman, so I'm hoping that you would think a medicine woman might be able to.
I would hope so.
I'm telling you.
maybe
in the healing, there's a if you scroll down, there's a modifier that you can add to your healing that says neutralize poison or disease.
there you go.
Well, I thought
So it's
that
in the
would be-
healing powder.
that allows the caster to recover from negative condition. Okay. I'm the caster. Never mind. You said add a modifier? What? Neutralize poison or disease.
If you
plus
yeah.
one. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do
it's
that.
+1. So you healing is 3 power points. +1 so would be 4 power points with an attempt to remove the poison from the doctor.
Bring out
All
the
right.
leeches.
Let's see what we can do. Yeah.
Nice.
And that is a success. Doctor, all of a sudden, it's like, all that good whiskey just went to waste. Boom, you're sober. as a judge.
Well, there's
Oh,
my
man.
ruined.
Doc, did you hear that howl too? Man, so glad it pierced your drunkenness.
I don't care about the howl. I care about the gunfight. Let's go find out what that was. I'm gonna
Yes.
start
Absolutely.
Now the
heading.
doctor's awake. I'm gonna help pull Doctor up and say, "Let's go."
Dakota, why don't you lead the way?
All right.
You guys take off. Are you hoofing it pretty quick? I mean, I would
Yeah.
expect you to be running full out all the way back towards town, but all right. So you get about halfway to where you came upon the Whately's camp, and one of them, Moses, comes running up to you, and he's you can see him. He's kind of wobbling from side to side, side to side, side to side, and he looks up because he's always kind of got his head down. He looks up at you like this, and there's like half of his face is missing right here,
Oh,
and you're
good.
pretty sure that might be brain matter oozing out beside where his ears should be. And he looks at you and he goes,
Can you repeat that?
And
Is
he
he
just
still alive?
Yeah.
You want to share the picture for those who haven't seen it?
of Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been showing it on the stream, but some of my
Let's
players,
see,
most of my players don't have the stream up. So.
Moses Whately Braun. There he is. So this guy's got, yeah, he's kind of a strange looking dude.
Oh, even stranger now that his brains are oozing out.
Yeah, and he's laying face down here in the dirt, and you're like, what'd you say? Is he alive or is he
I asked
dead?
if he's alive.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's face down in the dirt in front of you.
Well, he's making
you,
sense.
you roll him over. What do you do?
I roll him over. If he's still alive, I'm gonna heal him.
No. You'd say the lack of bubbles coming from that big hole in his throat right there, the lack of blood bubbles, he's not breathing anymore. Yeah,
Give
Do
him mouth to
we?
mouth there, bro.
he's passed
By
there,
all
like-
the Holy Spirit, damn it.
Is there like tall grass around us? Are we still, or are we just like on the path, like in the middle of the open?
Oh, you're on a path, but
Oh shit!
it's a thick pine forest all around you. It's called the Big Thicket. This whole area is.
By the way, Marshall, any chance that in some of that downtime when Mr. Dillon and Wichita were going to the general store, I might have recovered any of my power points between
Sure.
then and going to
Sure.
bed?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you guys would have recovered half of your power points. Well, let's see. Unless you just use them.
Nope,
You know what I
they
mean?
all
Like
I
the
came
used
power
back.
healing
points
when we
for,
used
for
Like me.
healing the
Yeah.
doctor. Yeah. You guys would have all had your power points back. You used power points to heal the doctor to get rid of the poison. But
Mine
yes,
stay
you would
there,
have.
yeah.
Yes, you would have gained it because you used 24 of them, and it was a good 3 hours back to town, and then checking out the Whately's 3-4 hours. So I think I don't remember what the mad scientists. I was trying to read on that.
I couldn't find it, but I don't know what I'm looking for either. Because I'm a mad
let's see.
scientist
Sometimes
too, but
I got to Google that.
trying to see if I can
shit,
give her some of mine by doing weird science or something, but I couldn't find any details.
Well, let's see. According to the AI overview from Google, thank you, AI. Right now we say that. We'll be trying to kill us here in a few. Spending pennies. Let's see. In Savage Worlds, players can regain power points by spending pennies. Spending pennies, players can spend a penny at any time to remove their shaken status. Okay, that's not really what I was asking. I didn't know you could get power points back for spending pennies either. That's news to me. PowerPoint recovery in the 5-minute workday. Here it is. Here's the Pinnacle Entertainment Group forum, which is closed. PowerPoint recovery. like the players, whatever's Pathfinder, Wizard, 8 hour rest recovers. Now this is there's a Pathfinder Savage Worlds version too, so you can play Pathfinder in Savage Worlds. 1d4, 2d4, 3d4 points per hour. Dice cannot ace. Variable, you still get something for short. Standard Swayed is 5, 10, 20 points per hour. Yeah. So 3 hours. You were walking, not exerting yourself. 10 power points, 3 hours. So you'll be fully recovered too.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you very much for going down that rabbit hole.
Yep, there we go. Well, I had to know too. I mean, I always DM. I leave playing the characters up to the players, and I just present a scenario and let the players tell their story. I don't get a chance, other than with Jingo, I don't get a chance to play Savage Worlds much. Okay.
So I'm holding up my lantern, trying to just make sure nothing jumps out at us, or if it does, we'll at least see it coming.
Can I roll a stealth check to see if I can kind of hide a little bit in the thicket?
Because you think something's coming for you? You
100%.
absolutely can. You absolutely can. Yes, you can.
Damn.
Wichita's kind of like stands. She's stepping away from your lantern. She's kind of like moving away from it. You can tell she doesn't really want to be. What do they call that? Silhouetted here.
We tell where he came from.
I'm with her, man.
Yeah, he's
same.
I mean, this is the same guy. He was standing watching their camp. So he
I wanna
obviously.
head
Yeah, we know.
Camp.
Head where
Yeah,
he was.
we know
where he came
exactly
from.
where that is.
Well, I don't. I'm a
Yeah.
city folk. I don't remember nothing. But
Well, and it hasn't been probably an hour since you saw this guy. Hour and a half, maybe. Well, no, because it's pretty dark now. You guys got back, made dinner, and everything else. So, I'd say 3 to 4 hours ago, you saw this guy alive, standing next to the fire, kind of looking down, going.
Yeah, humming to himself.
so I'm gonna try to keep going toward the where their camp was.
All right.
I'm gonna be at the very, very back of this line.
I'm going to be right with you, keeping my ears peeled, eyes peeled. Oh,
And when it attacks from the back, I'm gonna laugh.
praying. I'm praying back here. Praying.
So, other than his injuries, there's little else enlightening on the man. Even his holster's empty. However, his dragging walk and large number of bleeding wounds make following his back trail fairly easy. And a simple tracking roll, or which tracking doesn't exist anymore, really, it's a survival roll.
And it's all Dakota. That ain't me.
Yep, that's Dakota, probably survival roll.
You got this, Dakota.
That's right. You got a ranger too.
And Chunk's not quite sure, but Dakota, you kind of lead him. It looks like he kind of staggered up onto the trail, out of the thicket. So you kind of step off, and you can see the glowing embers of a fire through the woods, and the two who went to town earlier are pretty sure. Well, that's their camp back in there. So if we just walk down the trail a little bit further, we won't have to walk through this thicket.
Yes.
Cool. We'll head out there.
Following one of them.
Right. So
Moving on out.
a simple tracking roll leads the posse to a small clearing, which you've already been to, but the way the module has it, I'm just going to read it out here. Small clearing in the woods a couple miles away. There, the Whateleys had obviously once made camp, but the site now has more in common with a slaughterhouse than a woodland glade. Dead bodies and parts of bodies lie scattered across the ground and even in the surrounding trees.
Can we tell if it's them or not?
Um, Give me another tracking. Well, you can easily tell it's the Whateleys. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Look, it's the earliest Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It is. It's the very first one. Another survival role for the Texas Ranger or the Native Warrior here out in the wilderness.
Nice.
Both of you
Nice.
guys, you're like several odd hoofed tracks, just like the ones at Jenkins Farm.
Well, if that ain't a lead, I know what is.
Can I take this opportunity to look in that wicker basket that my fairy couldn't get into earlier?
You can. You can walk over and look in the wicker basket.
Yeah, I'm
As
gonna
you,
do that.
yeah, okay. Give me an agility roll.
Agility.
Yeah, as you move away from the lantern.
Agile.
It's
Nice.
yeah, it's a little dark, but you kind of and you catch the edge of one of these bodies laying here, and you hear them kind of go, oh,
I just kind of push it a little bit to the side, kick it with my foot.
and it moans a little louder.
Probably not.
I think that's my cue to go heal the one person that sounds like they're alive.
You know, I'll be like, medicine woman, snap, snap.
All right. So let's see. Back here and find Shadrach. Shadrach Whately managed to survive the attack.
God, the creepy
Again, if you're looking
one.
at the stream, I've got
creepy
the
one was
pictures
just
up.
What do you
let him
mean,
die
not the
still.
creepy one?
No,
He's
Joshua was the creepy
creep-
one.
He was the least creepy of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. He
Um,
was the one that was weirdly suggesting we play cards with him in a weird way. Okay,
He likes to play a game of
I got
cards.
shivers up my spine.
Whately has 3 wounds and temporarily has the lame hindrance. So there you go for gameplay purposes. From a broken and lacerated leg, he's in bad need of healing.
All right.
Well, hold on now. I don't want the Aida to waste her healing powers on him. So can I use? Because we're not in combat right now. So can
No,
I
you
use
are
the
not
hot
current.
iron and whiskey adventure card that I have, please?
And what is it?
Ooh.
Play on a wounded character out of combat. All wounds are recovered, but the victim gains a permanent scar that subtracts 2 from his persuasion for the next game month.
Oh, that is gonna piss Shadrach off to no end.
Yeah, well, he can figure it out.
So yes, you throw
Save
that
his
card
life,
down.
but-
So throw that card out there in the chat window, and let's play that card.
Nice call.
Yeah. So all of a sudden there's like some spirit that just moves through him, and you see him start to convulse and shake like this, and he sits up for a moment. Oh dear, that's gonna leave a mark, I believe. And he starts looking for his hand mirror so he can check himself
God.
out. So anyway, Whately has 3 blah blah blah, and he's more than willing to tell the heroes what happened if they ask.
Well, she was looking through the wicker basket first.
What's for asking?
Yes, you were looking through the wicker
Before
panniers.
he's awake. you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see her.
before he figures out what she's doing.
Yeah.
So it's taken him he's still during all that healing and stuff that's going on, and you guys are caught off guard by it. You don't know what just happened. Like this guy did he heal himself? What the hell happened? But you're digging through the panniers and you find a lot of books on the arcane. There are what looks to be spells in here. There's a journal on a woman named Agatha Leeds.
Agatha Leeds. I want to read that journal.
Well, you're reading this journal as Shadrach, is that his name? Shadrach? Yeah, Shadrach. Gets healed, and basically you're reading a lot of what he tells you here. He starts by providing a short history of Agatha Leeds to the posse. Um, Agatha, or Mother Leeds, the exact age is uncertain, but she's been alive since at least the 17th century. And you guys are currently in the 19th century.
Appreciate that. That was my next
Sh-
question.
she's a distant
200
cousin
years old.
some ways back, and a very skilled black magician. More than a little on the crazy side and a whole lot on the evil one. Agatha wasn't exactly looking forward to a trip to the great hereafter, and long ago she started looking at how to extend her life unnaturally. And death, at least when it does come. Let's see, I missed something here. Long ago, she mastered enough of the dark arts to prolong her unnatural life indefinitely. But she never could completely defeat that pesky fellow Death, at least when it comes to a violent one, especially since having ties to the Whateleys means violent death is always on the menu, and you seem kind of twisted little sick grin of his again. Eventually, Agatha conjured up a dozen soulless bodies, and some folks have told us that she stole corpses, and others that she magicked them up from thin air, and uh, we've had a few stories told to us that she spawned them through some unholy rites, but however she obtained them, she spread her soul out over all the vessels, turned them into carbon copies of herself in the process. In addition to giving her a steady-made coven of witches, she's also ensured that as long as any of her children, air quotes he gives, were alive, her soul would remain tied to this world.
You
Is
So
hear
is
she
that
that?
what
part?
attacked?
Mm-hmm.
What's
Is
that
that what
again?
attacked? Is that what attacked you then?
I believe she's behind it. She is not what attacked us, though. That would not be dear long-lost cousin Agatha. And he spits.
So do you know what attacked you?
I was sleeping. I know nothing until you all came along and saved me from certain demise, he says. This Eastern accent. Let's see. He tells you. He says, "I have a feeling it's one of her summoned otherworldly beings. She wasn't satisfied that her children could keep her alive, and she brings these along every now and then to help her on her way. One of these abominations got loose in New Jersey one time. Yes. If it
They
was my
probably live in
guess,
New
I would
Jersey.
say that's what it is. What is that?
I said they probably live in New Jersey.
Well, then you've heard of the New Jersey Devil.
There you go.
Were they able to get rid of the devil that was in New Jersey?
That
They live
that
there.
yeah, they live in the woods in New Jersey. New Jersey Devils.
Exactly.
Let's see. New Jersey Devil.
Were you able to? How do we fight this thing?
That's always a question. How do you fight the devil? Each one has its weaknesses, of course. Let's see. Here's a picture of the New Jersey Devil. Uh, I'll just have to put it in Discord. It's easier.
Right. So
That's one artist rendering of it.
That's horrible. No.
And it has horse's hooves. The goat's face, nah, it's more like a horse's head with like vicious teeth and shit. So,
Okay. Well, it has wings too, so it might explain how this thing is not leaving tracks and how it got 30 feet up into a tree.
Like I said, using the trees for travel.
God.
let's see, let's see what else he has to say here. Because he may have actually seen something. He starts to provide a short history of Agatha Leeds to the posse, glossing over his own family's role in any of her evils. The similarities between the Caldwell Devil rumors and those of Agatha's original abomination drew them to the area. So her original abomination was the Jersey Devil, and this sounded a lot like that. That's what brought them down here. Hoping to find Agatha or one of her spawn, Shadrach had discovered a general location for her cabin, and the Whateleys were preparing to head out this very morning. Unfortunately, the devil found us first and made short work of us. I'll not be going anywhere.
Well, good. Tell us where it is.
Yeah,
And he does. He points. He points you to. He points out the Jersey Devil that has plagued the Pine Barrens for over a century will also keep on doing so if someone doesn't take him out. And he draws you a map to where they think that she's hiding at, and it is out in the thicket. You guys are not going to find much of a trail to get there.
While he's drawing the map, can I slip one of his occult books into my bag?
Yeah,
The arcane books.
Do you have a thievery skill?
I don't, but Fairy does.
So yeah, between you and him, you can send the ferret over there. You like point out which one you want, and then you go over to Shadrach and try to draw his attention.
Distract
So
him.
yeah, distract him. Let's see, Wichita, give me a let's say persuasion roll. You got notice on here twice. That's strange.
I do, yeah, I don't know why.
Give me a persuasion roll. Let's just see if you can keep him.
Have a good night, Atomic. Thanks for stopping by.
Atomic.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. And I don't know if you don't have any more bennies left, do you?
No, I don't.
I see what he's trying to do. Can I throw some distraction in his direction? Because I think it would be really good for her to have that.
Well, sure. If you give me a notice roll, let's see if you can catch on to what she's doing because she hasn't really shared it with you. So let's see if you see what's going on.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she's just.
I'm astute.
Oh, she's pointing to the book, and she's trying to get Shadrach's attention, but he seems suspicious of her, and you can tell that he's looking at her with this suspicion in his eyes. You know, number one, he's not going to trust many witches, and she obviously wears her moniker all about her. So, Wichita. I mean,
yeah.
So yes, you can assist with that. So 3, I would have given you a +2, which makes it a 5. So you succeed on distracting him. Now give me a smarts roll for the ferret. Let's see if he's smart enough to figure out which book it is, and he can drag it away.
Damn it.
No. He does have something.
This ferret is supposed to be smart, but this ferret's dumb as shit.
You don't know what it is. He's got something in his hands and his teeth, and he's dragging it backwards, and he's making noise, but he's dragging it off into the woods.
So maybe with any luck, he got the right one.
I don't know.
It's possible.
Maybe.
So are the other one? Meanwhile, I'm gonna check Dolores, Joshua, Bartholomew, and Dolores again. See if they're alive.
No, they will soon be worm food.
I'll check Dolores a third time. Make sure.
Yeah, you're pretty sure she's dead. You're a sick individual. Sick man. Cat can't even look at you anymore. Oh, okay. You guys got to give me at least 3 minutes here. I'll be right back. Talk over what you want to do. You've got a general direction of where it's at, and I'll be listening.
I really want that arcane book.
I'm hoping that your ferret got the right one because with your witchcraft, maybe there's something in that book
I
that
know. I was like, maybe I can learn a couple
we
new
can
spells.
get rid of that devil or trap him or even trap her, you know?
Well,
I
we
also
should know
think
where she
we
is.
should probably both ask the Waitley and take around and see what kind of firepower they were packing. So since everybody into this thing, we can probably rule out like, oh yeah, well fire didn't work on it, so we can try to take a look at that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do you think I might be able to bargain for it? Be like, hey, I saved your life. Can I have a book?
Yeah, barter for it. I
I
saved your
mean,
life. You
yeah.
could be dead now.
And I
I don't
mean,
know.
especially because, hey, I saved your life. I'm coming out here to finish the thing that you guys failed to do that's important to your fucking family. I'm just saying. I'm doing you a favor. Give me this book. It's mine now.
Yeah. My problem is that I'm a witch, and they're already like wary of other people who deal in the occult because they're protective of their own knowledge.
Yeah, but what
But,
else are
right.
you gonna do?
And I mean, at least if he does go to offer me the book and he can't find the book, then I know I got the right book.
That's true.
Yeah, make sure you don't mention specifically what book you're looking for. Just that, like, hey, knowledge is power. Give me some info. You got something written down somewhere?
Right.
Alrighty then,
So,
children.
Ming had a question about the card that she has says for the rest of this encounter. I'm wondering what it means by encounter.
Like right now, you are having an encounter with Shadrach Waitley around a campfire. It's basically a scene for the rest of the scene for the rest of this. It's not
Okay.
necessarily a battle encounter.
Okay.
In Savage Worlds, every scene is an encounter, really.
Okay.
Well, the card says that I gain a benefit of any one edge, regardless of the requirements, for the rest of this encounter.
Right. So that is a pretty powerful card. Um, my personal advice would be that it's something yes, you can gain any edge you want for the remainder of whatever encounter that you spend it in. Right now,
What?
you could use it on, yeah, whatever. But yes, you could use it, but when this scene changes, you would lose that edge.
Right. Okay. All right.
Gotta
And
save
the
it.
edges are found on the first page, main page.
Yes, if you go down to character, the last section, all the tools on the right-hand column.
Yeah.
Character is the last section of tools,
Oh, edges.
and
Okay, got it.
yeah,
Edges.
edges are in
Okay.
there. Yep,
Sweet.
yep. So any edge, including legendary, heroic, and legendary. Okay, so moving right along. He's certain that this devil is another of her conjurations. Uh, and he thinks that killing the witch will also banish the monster.
Okay. So, anything special about her? She's anything we shouldn't hit her with, or that she's immune to?
I wish I could tell you. See, he provides the heroes with crude maps of the Kerwin cabin. Obviously too injured to make the trip, and even if he could, he would be more of a hindrance than a help. He's enamored with the idea of letting someone else do his family's dirty work. Okay, never mind. Without further risk to his own hide. Um, he says, I can tell you she's very dangerous. She's as dangerous as a hurricane tide, changing all the time. You must not be caught unaware. If it is truly Agatha. If it is truly Agatha. I wish you good luck, my friends. For I would certainly do this great thing myself, other than I'm just so injured right now. Although it's completely
Liar's
healed.
pants on fire.
Can I say? I want to say something to him.
Yes, you can say something to him.
So, Mr. Whiteley, I'm assuming since you guys are such professionals among the occult, you guys had in mind a type of spell or something that might be able to counter Agatha if it is indeed Agatha. Do you have that with you?
Well, madam, the type of spell would depend on the situation we were in, wouldn't it? I would say that given.
Right.
I would also. I would almost think that bartering with a devil to catch a devil might even be worth it in this situation.
Well, how
And
much
he
you
pulls out
want?
his cards and starts shuffling his cards again. How much do I want? How much do I want for what?
For the information that is required.
What information? I don't follow. It basically, he says, just depending on what the situation would be, there's no, one spell. He tells you that. Oh, what was the old wrinkled guy's name?
Raisin.
The wrinkly raisin. Oh, I went too far. Here we go. Here we go. Now I'm looking for the right image of. Is it Bartholomew? No, it's
Joshua.
Joshua,
Waitley.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
I knew it was biblical.
Joshua had an idea. He was the idea man. You
Well,
gotta
did
remember
he leave
Joshua.
behind any
He's laying
books?
over there looking at you. He's staring right at you,
God,
old
Lord,
Joshua.
no.
Yes, he's sitting there like this. Just.
Nice.
Did Joshua bring any books with him that he would reference?
They would be in his things over there in those baskets.
Do
I don't
you
know what all
mind?
the crazy old man brought. Yeah, you walk over there. You see Ferret. He's got something that it might be what you told him to get out of the basket. You don't know. He's got something in the. He's like hiding over there in the bushes with this thing, wondering what you want him to do with it.
Yeah, I don't want him to do anything with it. I'm gonna look through the rest of the books.
Like I said, there are various books on the occult. Stories about. I mean, the occult was very popular in the 1800s, hugely popular in the 1800s. Um, I don't think Aleister Crowley was. He was about the turn of the century, but I think that was early 20th century more. Um, but there were. You'd go to the cities, and there were soothsayers and fortune tellers and uh, mediums in every town, everywhere.
Okay.
So that's what it is. It's like um, the who's who. They're who's who in the world of magic, and not just in the Americas, but all over the world. And he's got books written by these people, and they're just knowledge books. They're not really, a couple of them they talk about spells, the spell that but none of them really give that information away in the book. You know what I mean?
Okay, so none of the books that I'm looking through would be useful to me.
I don't know. There may be some ideas.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
say
I'll just
you're.
ask him if I can take the books.
Uh, he says, "Help yourself to whatever, as long as it brings an end."
Okay, cool. So I don't care about Mr. Waitley anymore, and I'm gonna gather these books up and kind of like discreetly pick up the book that was hiding in the bushes with my ferret.
Okay. Now these are two big wicker panniers that a horse was carrying. So you're going to pick these baskets up. Are you going to shrink them down with Doctor What's his
Yeah,
name?
I'll wave
Shrink.
Dr. Max over.
What's he gonna?
Dr.
Doctor
Max!
Max.
Dr. Max!
Was there nothing but books in there? There's no clothes or anything else. Those were all
There
books.
are. As a matter of fact, what Fairy had over in the woods was a soil a used and soiled set of small clothes.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's calling out for Dr.
So,
Max,
so
and meanwhile, he had
Hey
been.
guys, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get off of here for the night. I'm getting tired and I gotta get up in the morning and go to work.
Okay. Very
All
good.
right.
Okay, have a good one.
Yeah.
Night, Bobby.
thanks, Bobby.
Night.
All right.
Chunk has a heart attack and dies. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about your
The
friend.
devil
Thank you,
makes
thank
fair
you.
appearance.
um, yeah, as you called out to Dr. Max, he had been like stalking up to the Waitley with his infamous all well curative salve in his hands, looking so excited to try it out on somebody. And then as you call him out, he's like, "Oh damn it! Okay, I'm coming."
Saved another person today. You're welcome.
He does actually heal. You guys just always go to the medicine woman instead for some fucking reason.
Well, this time it wasn't the medicine woman.
Man, I've been giving my bennies away to people. I was dragging GM bennies to people. I wanted to give her another benny for playing that character so well, Dr. Max Mayhem.
God, I
Okay.
gotta start using these fucking bennies, guys.
Well, you'll have a chance real quick if you guys are headed to where I think you're
Yeah.
headed. So,
So we're gonna head on out.
We headed to the
room
cabin.
down.
Yep.
sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Following Dakota.
Can I like read through these books or flip through these pages as we're walking?
I mean, it's nighttime. It's
Don't fall on
can-
your
you,
face.
you can like
Well,
you can like
your little
walk
book
real.
light.
Yeah, you can walk real close to. I guess
Mr.
who's
Dillon?
carrying? Is Mr. Dillon carrying the lantern? There's a lantern that. Yeah, okay. So if you stand real close to him, flip through these pages. There you do find a book on Agatha Leeds, and it's quite old, and it's got a lot of these and thous and this and that's and other things that weird spelling words where the S's look like F's.
Yeah, lovely. I'm gonna keep flipping until I find something that catches my eye, like something like devil or creature or summoning or whatever.
Uh, you read where it is said, because this is obviously not a first-hand account. This is not an autobiography, but it is said that she was a master of summoning and had actually held conversations with Satan himself at one time.
I am liking this woman less and less.
I think you're a little jealous of her, though,
Wichita is sure.
huh?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave Chunk Norris in here. Just leave him in here, I think. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess as we get closer, I'll put the books away.
Okay.
All right. So somebody has. Let's see. Looking for effects. Where are you? Candle, lantern, lantern. Yes. Wonder why that didn't. Strange, Strangeness.
By the
There we
way,
go.
looking at the combat tracker, I think I still have the drunk effect on myself, on Dr. Max. And I'm pretty sure I cured that.
Yeah, effects, maneuver, evade, attack, blah, 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 blah. Yes, let's go on. There we go. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You guys all should have a map now. Yeah?
Yep.
Sure do.
And you see in front of you a cabin. Let's say Ming. I'll put Ming over.
Yeah, put Ming somewhere.
There you go. Arrange yourselves however you would be.
Missing Dakota.
Dakota's to the left.
What? Dakota's right here.
That's weird. Now I see him. Okay.
Yeah. And
I think I want to scout ahead to check it out before everybody else goes.
okay.
Unless somebody is stealthy and wants to come with.
I can try my hand at stealth.
Want me to hold a
I'll come with
lantern
you.
while you're sneaking up there?
No.
It
See
has
where you're
been.
going?
Here. I'll
It
sit.
has been 3 hours, by the way. So you guys would have
Health is pretty high.
3 times 5, 15 power points back.
I'm gonna sit right where I move my character token, and
Ming
I'll
Lee's-
send
Ming
Fairy
Lee's
with
pretty
them.
stealthy. Ming Lee's pretty stealthy. As stealthy goes.
Okay. So does anybody else have a lantern other than Mr. Dillon?
I think it was just Mr. Dillon.
Okay. All right.
So what
So
about midnight then?
It's more like 2 in the morning.
Okay.
2 in the morning. Yeah. You're gonna send the ferret ahead,
Yeah.
and you're gonna sit back here.
Sure.
All right. So you guys tell me how you want to proceed.
The
Give
ferret
me
can
notice
like,
rolls. First of all, give me notice rolls. Everybody. Everybody, give me notice roll.
A what roll?
Notice. Under your skills, you'll have notice. Everybody has
Oh, yeah.
notice.
like I'm the furthest one back, and I'm the most noticeable.
Wichita, you catch it on the wind first. You hear a woman singing. It's quite a lovely voice, actually.
Yeah, not creepy at all.
Yeah.
Is it coming from the shack?
Yep.
Sweet. Definitely sending the ferret there first.
Okay. So, let's do this. Yeah. How do you want to proceed, Sven? I tell you what, I'm going to do it this way. We are going to. Well, first of all, I have to not have player vision on. I can't see anything. That's it. Enable player vision preview. All right. So, still dark to you guys, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yes. Well, now I can see a little bit more.
Just looking. Okay.
We just can't see inside the house.
You guys see a woman walk out. She walks around back over here. Singing to herself. She looks about middle age. And she walks back inside. Do, 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 do.
Are there any windows around the shack, or is it
Yes.
just a door?
You guys should be able to see some light coming through some of the windows, can't you? You may be
No.
too far away from it.
Okay. Can I send Fairy much closer?
Yeah, you communicate with him up to 10 miles.
Okay, cool. I'm putting him right here.
I just want to check before we get into like some sort of fight. I'm pretty sure Dakota and Dr. Max were going to be sneaking off into the brush. I just don't want us to be directly in the light when it comes to whatever encounter comes up.
Dakota.
And I was standing right there holding a lamp up, so I'm sure this woman saw us.
Yep.
Or at least me and maybe
Well,
Wichita.
she completely ignored you. She completely ignored you.
Okay.
How tall is
Which
that
is
window?
strange.
That's
Can I have Fairy
Um,
jump up on the windowsill next to it?
Oh, he could climb up there. Yeah, he
Okay,
could
cool.
climb up there. It's just
Get up
rough
there.
wood and stuff. So he climbs up in there. He looks inside. Looks like a bedroom. Wash tub in the corner over here. There's a bed. It's nothing fancy. Pretty nasty looking.
Gross.
I think that rug has I think this rug has a little koala bear or something on it. Anyway, carry on.
Well, I'll keep going around the house. Let's go check around the house a little bit more.
So Dakota and Dr. Mayhem, you can move yourselves, I presume.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You guys
I
can
would-
move where you want to go.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
I'm still sneaking around the edges of things since I have a.
If you're sneaking, give me a stealth roll.
Got it.
And any stealth roll should be in the tower, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, oops.
Oops. Wow. I'll let you keep that roll. Normally I'd say, nah, you gotta roll it again, but
Holy
That was
shit.
such a
you
great
know,
roll.
Thank you.
Disappears.
yeah. Yeah, Aida pretty much just
Just becomes the
disappears.
wind.
I
Yeah, she
become the
becomes-
bush. I'm like behind this bush.
The singing stops. Who's there? Show yourself, I have a gun.
I'm sure she doesn't need it.
Are you sure this is who you think it is? Of course it is, Marb. It's the end of the session.
Well, I'm not sure. Is that window open or no?
like just destroying fear.
No, it's open, but it's got screen in it.
Oh, boo.
Gotta keep the skeeter.
So it's like 45,
Yeah.
50 feet away. Do I hear that? When she calls out?
Yeah, no, you can. Everybody can hear it when she calls
Okay.
out.
All right, Wichita, looks like they've been found out. Let's move on up. I'm gonna move up to here.
Oh no, I'm still behind my bush. I am not stepping out in the open.
You've got this lantern lit, right?
I do.
And you're not far from her. I mean, it's. Well, let's see. She's standing right there. And she's waving this gun back and forth around like this. You're not quite sure she can see you. She almost acts like she's blind.
Well, heck, if she's
Got some
acting
sign
like
language to see if she notices it.
gosh.
All right, so I'm gonna use my card.
Quick, somebody throw a rock.
Okay, you got 30 seconds.
Outer ma'am.
You guys can
We're just.
Yeah.
I sort of. Me and a couple friends got lost out here. We were wondering if we can stop for a minute and just rest for a few minutes before we head on our way. I know it's in the middle of the night and all.
Is that all you say?
Yes.
I show yourselves. Come closer.
So I'll come up to there.
I'm staying still right where I am. I ain't budging.
I'm
I
still
got this.
I
sitting on the
see you
ground in
over
the way
there.
back because I'm using fairy.
Right.
She's looking at you now, like you got this light a little closer, and all of a sudden she. I see you. You stay right there where you're at. I usually don't let people come in if my son's not home.
I can understand. That makes sense.
But
See,
I know how to use this gun.
well, your gun's a lot bigger than my gun. So don't worry.
Oh,
I mean no ill. Have no ill will towards you.
but wait. Maybe I can be hospitable after all. For it sounds like my son has come home. Poof, she disappears. Gone.
Oh no, 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 no.
And you guys hear a.
That's the wing. That's the
devil
wing.
The
thing.
wings.
Suck that.
The devil thing. See, I chose well, hiding in the bush.
And look at that. Oh my god. Oh my
Okay.
god.
While
Okay.
she was speaking, can you put fairy inside? Just that way I know that my creature is kind of protected.
Give me a
That's the
stealth
door,
roll.
right?
Give me a stealth roll. No, that's the door is right here.
Oh,
Can
that's my
you can you
bad.
see her? Yeah, that's another. Give me a stealth roll though for fairy.
Okay. I'll try. Come on, be stealthy this time. Please be stealthy. Please be stealthy. Thank you for being stealthy.
There you go. Put the raids through.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see here.
It's two raises. Yeah.
Yeah, but where did Madam? Here she is. And I should probably go ahead and just identify her now.
He just scurries on in.
There we go. Agatha leads. And he scurries on in. If and I'll just roll it out in the open. Absolutely, he makes it inside.
Okay, cool. We'll put him
Well,
like
did you mean to play that
by the
card?
bed. Yeah.
I did actually, yeah.
Ming Li plays a card, shaking in their boots. Play in a combat situation. Your character does or says something so shocking that it brings the area to a standstill. All other characters, friend or foe, are shaken.
What?
Everybody is
Why would you
shaken.
do that?
Everybody is shaken
When
this round.
when he was saying, talking about size, and he says yours is bigger than mine. So I said, so I would throw the card in there and say, oh, is it true? It's true. It's really true.
There you
About the
go.
size.
Am I
Reference Young Frankenstein. Come on, guys.
Well, that's
No,
it's
am
it's
I
got to play the card.
still am I close am I far enough away from Mingli that I'm not shaken?
It does say
um
all.
Damn it.
yeah
Why? I don't
yeah
Bro, why would you
oh
do that?
because Ming Li just screwed you guys whole
Yeah,
nother
for real.
because and
This
I'll just
massive devil is landing and you play something that shakes us up? What why?
Well, the devil is
It
shaking
shakes
too. So
everybody up. It would have happened before they left.
let's see.
That's when I played
He's
it.
going to have to do this then.
Everything is shaken, including the enemy.
Yes,
Wow.
before they even took off.
Well, that means that the enemy's not
One,
shaken
two.
and that it's just us.
No, before they took off, I played the card. Nobody was paying attention, so it should have already happened. They they wouldn't
Oh
have
yeah,
taken off by that
I
time.
didn't see you. I didn't see you.
Are you
Play the card.
talking about the woman that was standing there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like before we even left for the cabin. I'm like,
Oh,
bro, wait,
No,
no,
no, no,
why?
no, 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 no,
I
no.
wish you'd have brought that to my attention because I didn't. She's disappeared now, so I can't really go back on that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I will. Yeah, Well, we'll carry on with it the way it is right now because it is going to dynamically change, drastically change the dynamics of this encounter, how it first plays out. So now
Well, then delete it.
I was gonna say, can he just
crashing.
take it back? Because he was trying to play it
Delete
to
it.
shake her up before she
Oh, to
disappeared.
shake her up. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can we just pretend that card was never
yeah,
played?
we can pretend that card was never played. We can do that. So let me do this.
Beautiful.
Ming Li,
Now I know I'm gonna stay far away from Ming
crash
Li.
card, and I think I can put that back over there. Very good. Now we will take shaking off of everybody, and that will not change this, which is maybe not such a good thing for you guys. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Let me take a look real quick at, okay. Landing, and you guys can see like what is water and what is dry land, right? Like this is a hammock you guys have come up upon like a hill in the swamp. So this is
Okay.
like dry land up here.
Right.
And Aida's over here in the water, kind of, well, yeah. So you can see where the water is, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so crashing to the ground in front of you is this thing that, let's see, Caldwell Devil. Doesn't really have a description, but it is huge, massive.
Is this considered the beginning of combat now?
It is the beginning of combat. We are at, I've
Okay,
dealt
beautiful.
cards. Yes, I've dealt cards. If anybody has a card that says play at the beginning of an encounter or at the beginning of combat,
That would be
this is
me. Yep.
okay. What is it you like to do?
I really hate these guys. At the beginning of combat, choose one specific and identical type of extra. For example, devil.
Hmm.
For
No,
the
wait a second.
duration.
Wait a
What?
second. An extra is a non-wild card.
Yeah, an extra.
Oh, it's a non-wild card.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
well,
fairy to
I
fairy.
like where you were going with that. Thank you.
I know,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like to play something then. Maybe this is kind of stupid. But I have a card. How do I play the card?
Drag the card into the where you
Jack.
roll your die.
So I've got enemy. Play on an enemy wild card in the first round of combat. You may not soak wounds from his attacks for the rest of this encounter, but you immediately draw 3 adventure cards and keep one of your choice. You may play another adventure card this session.
All right. So, Dr. Max, let me open up your sheet. Go to your adventure cards. I'm going to put 3 cards in here, and you tell me which one you want to keep.
All right.
You already have Epiphany. Perfect timing. Seize the day. Or Saints and Martyrs. Take a look at those real quick.
Is talking a free action, or do I have to wait till my turn?
You guys can kind of talk to each other. I mean, it's, there's like 6 seconds ongoing. So it can't be, it can be like, hey, blah, 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 or, whatever.
All right. He said kill the witch, and her creature will die. Ming, come with me. Let's get her.
I'm coming.
And Marshall Marbanya, what happens if your action card is a Joker?
You get bonus action, or not a bonus action. You get a bonus to your actions, a +2 bonus to everything that you do this entire round, as well as, in this instance, the Caldwell Devil drew a Joker, so it gets +2, and it also gets an extra Benny, which it didn't give it to it automatically, which is, I don't know why.
You also get to go whenever you want to.
And Jingo, I'm going to use Jingo rules tonight. Guess what? He gets a Benny, and you get a Benny, and you get a Benny, and Agatha Leeds gets a Benny.
Woo, it's the
Everybody gets
Oprah
a
show
Benny.
night.
Nice.
Ooh.
What's Benny?
You get a card.
It's a
A
You
reroll,
Benny
get a
is the
basically.
card.
way to re-roll.
Ah, cool.
It's like inspiration.
Little coins next to your name on top of your
There you go.
page.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So if you fail a roll, you can use that to re-roll. You need most actions take a 4 to succeed. All you got to do is roll a 4. All right. So the Caldwell Devil lands here. You used which one of these cards do you want to keep?
I would like to keep Saints and Martyrs.
Okay.
That one lets all player characters and allies with arcane backgrounds regain 2d6 power points. So expend your expensive stuff, guys. You're gonna get some back.
Okay. So the Caldwell Devil lands here. So what you played would have no bearing on. Was this move? When was this move put in here? I didn't see it just a moment ago. Do me a favor, don't plot out moves until it's actually your turn to do it, because it gets me confused. 1, 2, 3. You got.
We have a
Everybody.
warrior who's using a gun, right?
No.
No? What do they use?
Spear.
A spear?
Right, Dakota?
I have knives and a tomahawk, which is what's in my hand right now.
There you go.
Knives
Tomahawk.
and tomahawk.
And then I have bow and arrow, and I have a spear. But I can only use it on the back of the horse.
Okay.
Okay, so this devil lands on the ground, and the first thing you guys see is, and I can't believe they didn't make you guys do a fear check on this thing. Let's make sure there's no fear. I don't see one anywhere. So you see him raise up this tail, and it's like swinging around, and all of a sudden he whips it around at the 4 of you that are all standing here, because you were all within. Nope. 1, 2, 1. Not this one.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Because I'm in the water, crouched behind a bush.
Well, he's sweeping the tail, so it doesn't matter if he sees you or
Okay.
not. It's whatever's in the path. So, and he's got a reach of 2 on it. So we'll do a tail lash. What the hell was that? I got errors. Anybody else get errors?
I did not.
Error handling 2.
I did
Call
not.
method lower. Attempt to call method lower. That is, it's got some core stuff going on in there. I'm not sure what it is. Ming Lee got hit. Dr. Mayhem got hit with a raise. And who did not? I don't even see an attack at.
It would be Aida, because you said that I was within that group of 4.
Well, no, Aida was
Oh.
3 paces
Dakota
away.
too.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Dakota's
you're
the only
3
one.
paces away. So Dakota was not. That's strange. Was she not hit? But I never saw the attack go at Dakota. Maybe that's what. Let's see if that's what threw the error. There may be something wrong here with the character. It is. So there's a fighting lash 10, Joker bonus 6, but no, because it won't allow me to target her or him.
Weird.
But
Oh,
if
no.
it matched her,
What's that?
if it matched Dakota's parry, does that hit or miss?
If it matches the parry,
My parry is
I
8.
think parry.
So the initial attack didn't hit, but
Didn't
the
hit.
one
That's
that
what
you
it was. The
rerolled.
initial attack didn't hit. That's right. Okay. All right. So that's what happened. That I'm used to seeing verbatim printed out on my screen. I didn't see that. So let's see. Dakota did not get hit. Dr. Max got hit with a raise. So You're
Okay.
shaken, Dr. Max. I would you can spend a Benny at any time you want to remove shaken. Keep that in mind at any time you want. But you get a free vigor roll when it comes your turn to see if you shake it automatically. So you don't have to spend a Benny. And you're up next anyway, so and then the Caldwell Devil on Ming, I think, got hit
Yeah, Ming got hit.
Yep.
and unharmed.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, you guys really avoided that one. That was good. Down arrow, Doctor Max
Dakota disappeared
shakes.
again.
Uh, removes the shaken status automatically.
Nice.
All right, Doctor
Awesome.
Max.
Well, I got this thing in front of me. Uh, oh, that's weird. I all of a sudden don't see Dakota.
Yeah, he
Um,
disappeared.
that's all fine. Um, Dr. Max is gonna go ahead and use his burst, but I'd like to power it up a little bit. Um, okay, so he pulls out his marvelous spiral electrostatic emitter, uh, and I'm going to apply armor piercing. It says the power has AP2 for one each additional power point. So I'd like to apply armor piercing. I think it says +1 to +3, so I'll apply armor piercing 3, I think, and then damage +2. So that's 5, 6, 7 for the initial thing. I would like to use 7 power points to try to shoot this thing.
Okay, and you're going to shoot it with your electro. What's just whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. I'm going to go over here and take a look at this thing again. Not your knife. Marvelous spiral electrostatic emitter. Okay, let's roll to hit the thing then.
All right.
That is a hit.
All right. Um,
So now, what did you
not.
spend the points on?
I spent 3 points to give it armor piercing 6, and 2 points to do 3d6 damage instead of 2d6.
Okay, so pick up your 2d6 damage die there on the right side of your.
Yeah, and
First.
just right click them to give
Right
another
click.
die.
You should add yes, just like 5e. Very good. Oh, almost beat his toughness, but you did not. Oh my
And
gosh.
the armor piercing didn't do anything?
The armor piercing would have been to hit.
Ah, shit. Okay. Does
Yeah,
that mean that I
which
would
you
have?
already had hit.
Does that mean that I would have rolled?
Let's see. I wish Jingo was handy.
A
He'd ask me
13 to
questions.
hit instead of a 7? Would that be a hit with like a raise or something?
Let's see what does. I thought armor piercing was just to, like if they've got armor, you get beyond their armor is all that gives you. It's literally what it says. It can pierce the armor. But just to make, what did I just do? I clicked on something. Weird West, Marshall's book. Let's see here. The handy dandy reference manual, and we will look at infernal devices. That must be the wrong book. Huh. I don't see anything about armor piercing in there. Go ahead and put. I'm gonna give the +2 there, and I'm gonna apply it. And he's shaking because I'm just gonna make a ruling on this so we can move forward right now without having to do the deep dive. So I put the shaking effect on him. So
All
I
right.
added your plus your armor piercing to the.
Yeah, the +6.
Oh, it's 6 plus 6.
It's AP2 for each one additional power point, and I put 3. So
Aha. Okay, let's do this. Put this back on. Take shaking off. So 6. That is a wound. I will apply it.
awesome.
All right. Let's
And
go
now
through
I'd like to
this.
move away, please, if I can. I don't know. It's been a while.
Well, he's already used his tail lash, so you can try. You can definitely move away. You don't know if he's going to attack you or not.
I'd like to move away.
Okay.
Just to there.
Very good. Okay. Down arrow, Dakota.
All right. Let's see. So I got my knife and my tomahawk out because I have two-fisted,
Nice.
and let's see.
Are you going to have a dexterous too?
No, I wished I was. And then let's see. And then it says I can use frenzy as a limited action.
Nice.
Okay, so Frenzy gives you 2 attacks with no penalties. 2
Okay.
actions. Basically, 2 attack actions, yeah.
Okay.
Is it improved Frenzy or Frenzy?
It just says frenzy.
It just says Frenzy, so let's take a look at this. Frenzy. Limited action, character with Frenzy may roll a second fighting die with any one of his fighting attacks for the turn. Okay, so the extra die may be allocated to the same or different targets as he sees fit, since there's only one target. It's easy. Resolve each separately. So you
Dakota is
can-
neutral, by the way. That's why we can't see him. So when you get a chance, you want to click his faction,
Ah.
make him friendly. There we go. Now
There
we
we
can see
go.
him.
Wow.
I didn't know you couldn't see him.
He's
Okay.
sneaky that way.
So yeah, you get an extra attack die, which is good for this guy. Actually, extra damage die would be better, but
Okay. Let's see here. So when I'm, do I need to add anything, or is it just going to do it?
it should do it automatically.
It looks like it, maybe.
It looks like we'll try.
Yep, let's give it a shot.
Okay. If not, we'll make an adjustment. And there's something with your character, Martian Cat, that's causing an error.
It doesn't like me.
I guess, yeah. Well, it is coming to the top of the hour, though. And Sven, I don't know what to do about this. We went longer than I expected us to. I think adding a couple other characters in might have taken some of it, but how'd you like to handle
Wasn't
this?
me.
I mean,
I was smooth and easy.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to finish? See if we can finish the fight. Go kill the woman, or do you want to call it?
Finish the fight.
Maybe come back in a couple weeks. What do you guys want to do? Or just call it
I'm
and
all for
say
staying.
farewell and thank you? What do you want to do?
I'm okay with coming back to this in a couple weeks.
I'm okay with staying.
Yeah, I'm okay with coming back next time because I got to get up at 4 in the morning for work.
yeah,
Okay.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
We can let's go ahead and get through this round.
Sven
then,
Gal
Dakota.
also wants to come back
Um,
to it another time.
Okay, we
so
can
you
do
go
that.
with that, Marbanya? You're the big
I'm
big
absolutely good with that. It can be 2
Okay.
weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. You guys just let me know.
2 weeks on the
And
20. On the,
I mean, this is if you guys want to do something, Sven, if you want me to do something every couple of months or something, there's a whole bunch of these grim prairie tales that I could run the
Right.
same group through, unless one of you
Yeah.
die, and then you're gonna have to,
Gotcha.
because it is Savage Worlds. It can happen that fast.
Exactly.
Okay, Dakota. That didn't do much for you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But you do have. I mean, you can take another. Well, no, because that's improved frenzy. Um,
Is there any way to like give your bennies to somebody else?
Oh, could I
with
Benny
the
that?
with the certain edge. Oh yeah, you can Benny that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then I can
there's
get
an edge that allows you to use one of your bennies for somebody else.
I forget
Gotta
which
find
one
a
that
way to
is,
use
but I know
6
that
bennies,
is.
guys.
Yeah.
It had an interesting name, but I don't remember what it is right now.
Yeah, like benevolence or some
So she
weird
just
something.
drags that Benny over to the attack roll, right? And she can redo
Yep.
it.
Drag the Benny right onto your attack roll, and it'll say using Benny
Okay.
to reroll.
There you go.
Oh, sorry. I
That
didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay.
There we
Oh,
go.
here we go. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice with 2 raises. Nice.
I hit the plus damage for that.
Uh, well, it'll only do for you. You only get one raise, but
Okay.
no, it'll do it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, it will add the raise automatically.
Ooh, it's fatigued. Nice.
Oh no! How
It
come
just went.
Wait a second. I see.
Tickled it.
So your okay combat. That was the knife, right?
Yeah.
D4 and a D8, a D roll. I don't see where it rolled your raise damage, which I don't know that. So roll a D6.
I did.
I don't see it.
Let's see. Oh, boo! Because it was a
That's not-
6 when I rolled it the first time. That's
Oh
rude.
no, that's not gonna help much. Okay, all right, okay, all
You give
right.
her a Benny?
So yeah. Okay, now you had a second weapon in your hand.
Yes.
With a -2, you can attack
Okay.
with that second weapon because you have two-fisted.
So what can a normal person
Yeah,
do
you.
if they don't have? Can they attack with 2 weapons also, or only somebody
They
who's
can,
two-fisted?
but they're gonna. Yeah, what is two-fisted? Let me look over here at two-fisted again. I think I'm recalling this correctly. Let's see.
I'm just,
Two-fisted. The character makes a fighting attack with one hand and another from a different hand in a later action. Oh yeah, which it was. The second attack doesn't inflict a multi-action penalty, so there is no -2 penalty for it. The offhand penalty still applies. There's still a -2 for that, so it wouldn't be -4, it'd be -2 to hit.
Okay.
Unless he is ambidextrous. So if he's ambidextrous, it would be, if you're ambidextrous and two-fisted, or two-gun kid and ambidextrous, or two-fisted and ambidextrous, there's no penalties for taking 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
And
all
if the
under the
character has
edges
two,
category?
yes, under the edges category.
Okay.
And that'll be a hit. I think I'm just going to wait for you to finish before I stop closing these error windows. Oh man, those are low. You can Benny that damage roll.
Okay.
oh, nice.
Drop it on your damage roll. Yeah, I didn't used to allow Bennying of damage rolls, but I've changed that now. So
He's
Nice.
alright.
It's a little
yeah,
better.
unfortunately, he's got a toughness of 14. So
Yeah.
yeah, it takes a lot to get past his toughness. Okay. Let's see.
Thanks for the biddies, Jingo.
Anything else,
Appreciate
Martian
you.
Cat?
Oh, I was trying to see where it was. No, I think that is it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Agatha.
No, she's not even in the combat track right now. So. All right.
Okay. Plus threes. 2, 3. Let's see.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think
Counterspell.
Counters. Do you have something that does that?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Okay,
Probably.
so
Can we see her now? Or is she like
no,
peeking out a window or something?
I do have deflection.
she actually turned invisible. She just faded from your sight, right? When you invisibility is different
Okay.
in Deadland or in Savage Worlds. Normal invisibility, you can kind of see people sometimes. It's kind of like in the Alien when light
Right.
bends around them, right? Okay, unless you get a raise on it, and then they're completely invisible. And
Gotcha.
invisibility remains while you do things. You don't necessarily become visible if you do things. So, Howard, here it is.
I have deflection.
Oh
Nice.
wow, she failed. She failed big time. She's got one penny left. So
Okay, well
stretch,
then never
stretch.
mind.
She says,
Isn't that a crit
and
fail? Doesn't she like explode or something?
how come
What do you
is
get a
she
crit
not
fail doing
listed as a? You know
spellcasters?
what? She's not listed as a wild card.
Explode.
Wait a second. She's got to roll a d6. If it's a 1, it is a crit fail.
Oh,
5.
okay.
I'm sorry, that's a success. So let's go back and do this again. So it's a spirit roll for everybody in that circle. I need a spirit roll from
Can her does her deflection do anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
your deflection. What does it say on your deflection? I wish we had share and share alike in here.
I know. It says deflection powers work in a variety of ways. Some actually deflect incoming attacks. Others blur the target's form or produce illusionary effects. The end result is always the same, however, to misdirect incoming melee and missile attacks from the recipient of the power.
Okay.
Okay.
With success, foes must subtract 2 from either melee or ranged attacks.
Right. Okay. This was a power. This was not a melee or ranged attack. So no,
Okay.
it wouldn't have any bearing on this.
All right.
So
Cool.
everybody in the circle: Aida, Dakota, Ming Lee, Dr. Max. I need spirit rolls from all of you.
You got spirit. Yes,
Tower.
you do.
As you got spirit. How about you? As you see these arms, skeletal hands, and things begin to reach up from the ground and
15.
claw at you.
Nice.
All of you succeeded. She rolled a.
I still
what
have
did she
fear
roll?
on my character.
You will
Yep.
have.
Still fear.
Is
Yes.
that
Yeah,
from?
Because you're a
Yeah.
fear
because
to them.
you. Yeah, I was gonna say you failed the first spirit check early on.
Was
That was a long time ago,
5.
but yeah, the other encounter I thought.
Nope.
It stays with me.
Yes, it stays with you. I'm sorry. No, that was from
The
hearing
howling,
The
the
yeah.
howling at night.
Right.
Yes,
It's still
yes.
effective.
Then
Okay.
yes, it's still effective.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Let's see. That's a success, but Dakota, you did not beat her 5 that she rolled for fear. Would you like to Benny your 4?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Well, let's see. Would
Or just take a
the
fear pen. Well, actually, you'd roll on the fear tape.
yeah, would the guts count though? With the free
Oh,
reroll
wait a
on the
minute.
fear
You got
checks?
guts? Oh, yeah. Yeah, re-roll
Oh
that,
yeah.
baby. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Nice.
easily. Okay, everybody beats it. Nobody is
Dakota's
feared
got guts.
by
Woo!
the
Yeah.
by the snakes coming up or the arms coming up out of the ground. Chunk Norris. Let's see. What does Chunk Norris do?
He's got
Chunk Norris would probably. He doesn't have powers. You know what he's got?
probably
He got a
gun.
Colt He got a Colt Thunder. Is what
Yeah.
Chunk Norris had.
Only person in this Wild Wild West game that has a gun. I love it.
Yep.
That's because
Buddy
he's a
misses.
lawman.
Yeah. Mr. Dillon.
All right, so I'm gonna move here, set the lantern on this stump so they can see this stupid thing, and I'm gonna run over to. Now, did she, when she cast that spell, did anything emanate from her? Do I have any idea where she is?
You can give me a notice roll.
All right, that I will do. I'm gonna Benny that
Okay.
once at least.
Okay.
Where'd he go? There it is. No, try it again. All right, didn't roll. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, you might have an idea where she is. Because you get right to where you're at and you bump right into her. You don't see her, but like she's somewhere here.
All right, so I'm going to blast. So as it's like I'm running, put the lantern down so they can see. I run over and start waving my hands and picking stuff off my belts, tossing around these junk, spent rounds and stuff that I have. Starts whirling around me, and you see these shapes and hear voices, whispers as I'm moving, as demonic little figures appear. I'm going to do the blast, and I'm going to boost it to cause fatigue if it affects. So it says if the target is affected by the power, she also suffers fatigue. So it costs me
Okay,
2.
you're gonna upcast it. Okay.
Yep. And I'm going to boost it to do more damage as well. It says you can do, lingering damage for 2 more, so it costs me 4 extra. And then the damage is plus 2, so a total of 6 boosting it to do 3d6 damage.
Okay.
And then I have 2d6 here. I
make
just
a medium.
click the box. No, that's the damage. So how do I do the power? I don't remember how to do
Let me get rid of this. The power is on the left-hand side. There's a D8 for blast.
it. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You just need to know if you're successful or not. Your magic, your weird science ain't working for you, bro. You're like,
Yeah,
you can't
I'm
get your
definitely gonna
lighter
Benny that.
won't light.
I'm gonna Benny that.
It's like, this is fucking Zippo, man.
There we go.
Now, that is a success. Where exactly is this medium template that medium burst template that
Directly
you put down?
in front of me, covering the entry. Oh, it's a medium. I'll draw it.
Yeah, there you go.
Stop it. What the hell? I just lost everything. Hold on. Miss Dillon. Here we go. I never used fancy grams before. Go.
Yeah, oh, really?
Medium. There it is. So it goes on the thing. So like I don't know where she is for sure, so I'm going to put it right there. Just
Of explosive energy right on top of yourself, right?
Yep, just outside, so it blows my hair back.
Okay, you
ruffles my
moved it.
jacket.
You moved. I turned my head and you moved it. Okay, I see.
And,
All right, boom! You let off this blast. This is a success. So now roll some damage.
okay, so now it does 3d6 first, and then it does fatigue and she takes ongoing damage. So let me so here's
Okay, so she does take a wound.
that applied to Mr. Dillon. It wasn't supposed to be her. I don't see her on the combat tracker, so I can't apply it to her.
Well, you'll see her now.
Oh, there she is.
Because
Okay, so
yeah, you just lit her up.
so there's that. And
I can get rid of invisible.
she is fatigued. I don't have that coded on here, so
I can put fatigue on.
and
It is an effect, I think.
So my last question. Oh, here it is, 3. So it was a total of 9 PowerPoints. I'm down to 6 for anybody who's counting, and that's it. End of turn.
She's going to take that wound. She doesn't want to use that last Benny yet. End of turn, Aida. We got 1,
Alrighty.
2, 3 more people and a familiar for the night.
Okay.
We can...
I'm going to use one of my powers.
Okay.
It is confusion.
Confusion.
Just a reminder, don't be afraid to upcast it. You're gonna get some points back.
Oh, I'm upcasting.
Awesome.
And I yelled.
I'm gonna do +2 for fatigue. So if target is affected by the power,
Nice.
she also suffers fatigue.
That'll make her exhausted.
You're so funny.
It will.
Confounds a target, making them distracted and vulnerable if they fail a smarts roll at -2 with the raise. So let's see you roll that. We'll subtract your power points. So you're going for fatigue as well.
Yes.
One
so
target
that's
fatigue.
2,
Very good.
3. All right.
3 levels of fatigue and they become incapacitated. So nice.
Whoa. Okay,
nice.
That's a success. And with a raise, so she must make a what does it say? Fails a smarts roll at -2. Smarts roll. Smarts. Athletics. Come on, agility smart. And she succeeds.
I didn't attack Agatha.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I dropped that on the
him?
devil.
Oh, okay, I was looking at something else. All right, well then let's not forget Agatha. Let's go back to the devil then. It's the devil at -2.
He was closer to me, and he's hurting people.
And they said spirit roll, smarts roll.
Smarts roll.
Smarts roll. Okay, good. That is a failure.
Nice.
So, there is a confusion table, is there not? I thought there was. Let's see.
Yeah,
No. Oh, it just makes them distracted and vulnerable. Okay.
Right,
So,
distracted and vulnerable, and then I added the 2 to add fatigue.
Right. So he is going to get distracted and vulnerable.
And he's already got 1 fatigue.
And is he already fatigued?
Yes.
Yep. So put him at 2. Throw 1 more and he's unconscious.
Let's see here. Distracted, vulnerable. I don't see fatigued on.
It's on the combat tracker.
I stayed in the combat tracker.
On the effects?
No, it says wound, shaken, and then fatigue -1.
I thought I got it from my attack at the very beginning.
Well, he's got a wound.
Yeah, and then there's a minus.
Oh, it's backwards for me. So it shows he's got a wound for me and not fatigue. So if I
Well, he
go,
definitely got a
yeah.
wound for Max.
Right. Yeah, he's got the wound. Yep.
So does that say wound? Well, then he doesn't have fatigue yet. There's his first point of fatigue.
Mm, gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh, so
yeah.
that
So
that's
he.
listed as fear for us. Shows.
That's weird.
Oh, okay. Well, you may have to stretch your combat tracker out to the right a little bit to get the boxes to fall in the right place, maybe.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
wound, fatigue,
Yeah,
and
it's the
fear.
same.
That's all right.
wound, fatigue, and okay. Well, in mine it's wound, fatigue, and fear, but that's I put that underneath the fatigue, and it shows up under fear for you guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. We've only got 2 boxes.
Yeah.
And so there's no box under wound, and then
But
there's
it
a
says
box under
shaken.
fatigue and fear. So
Yeah. Under wound it
so I
says
guess we're
shaken.
just missing a box.
I don't. Yeah, I don't guess you got something is strange going on here.
Yeah.
We'll look at it. Let's.
Something certainly
But
strange is going on.
that's pretty good. I mean, you just put fatigue, distracted, and vulnerable on them. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
um,
And he's
and
shaking.
Yep.
and Agatha
Hold on.
also got fatigued. I actually used the fatigued effect.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for Agatha, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Anything else, Aida?
No, that's it.
All right. Wichita.
Okay. So this whole time it's been stuck. There we go. I was gonna say it's been stuck on the ferret, so I haven't been able to see anything that's happening outside.
Uh.
All
Oh,
right, cool.
really?
Yeah, but
Uh.
when it came to Wichita, it all showed
Yeah,
up.
you
So
could have clicked on your token in the
I
combat
was,
tracker or on your
yeah, I was
portrait at the bottom.
trying.
The
It
portrait at the
wasn't
bottom,
doing it.
or the portraits, wherever your portraits are. There, I've moved mine to the bottom over here.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done that
Okay.
before in the past when I was doing Fantasy
Wow.
Grounds, and it just wasn't doing it.
Okay.
Okay, but now
Weird.
one second. Let me
Strange.
see. Let
That
me
sounds
count how
like
many
user
trees.
error.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does it? Okay, so it says distance. So for example, distance to cast something, it has to be smarts, and my smarts I think is 8. Let me double check. Yes, it's 8. So that
Yes.
would mean that they have to be 8 spaces away from
8
me.
paces. Yes.
Okay, so then I need to move 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move there.
You guys don't see. You don't see the wounds. You don't know how many wounds a creature can get. You see that they're shaken or something. Okay, you're gonna move to there. Very good.
Yes, and then
Nice.
let me see where the modifier was again.
And I had yelled out, if she dies, her summon dies.
I am going to use my power Warrior's Gift. It costs 4 power points, and I'm going to use an additional power point to do additional recipients. So I'm using 5 power points.
Wow. Nice.
Um, and I'm casting Warrior's Gift on Dakota and Mingli.
Okay, what's the combat edge you're giving them?
I'm giving them trademark weapon. I did my research.
Yes, you did. You did. I'm like,
Wow.
somebody's been reading around
I
some stuff.
have.
So what does that do?
Now, for those of us that don't know what that does, can
It's
you
pretty much
elaborate?
yeah.
Yes.
I'll just read it real quick.
Okay.
So it just means that the hero knows one unique weapon, like the back of their hand. When using it, they add +1 to their athletics, which is throwing, fighting, or shooting rolls, and +1 to parry when they have the weapon readied.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm
Uh,
actually for the PowerPoints, I'm
Plus one to
gonna.
parry is nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I have Fairy. The ferret has 5 power points that they hold for me, so I can use
okay.
those whenever I want. So I'm going to use all the power points that Fairy has.
Okay. And you're going to give this to how many people?
I'm giving it to 2 people, Dakota and Mingli. Do I need to roll for
Dakota.
this?
Okay. You do have to roll to see if you're able to get the power to work. There's a D8 right beside Warrior's
Okay.
Gift.
Please.
Nice.
And that is
Yeah.
a success. Not a raise, but a success nonetheless.
And it says duration 5. I'm assuming that's 5 turns.
It's 5 turns. Yes,
Okay,
it is
cool.
5 turns. Now, we need to make notes on this because I think I'm probably going to have to set up an effect for that particular. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing in there for Warrior's Gift. So we will have to do that, and I'll have that ready for us the next time that we go.
Okay.
We'll note in here to self.
Mingli, you're going to be next with your 4 hearts.
Again, the 2 were Mingli and who?
4 hearts.
Dakota.
That's your initiative, was a 4 hearts. So,
Oh, I see.
look at your powers and your combat
Yeah,
page.
yeah, I see. Yeah. I just wonder what you're referring to. I get it. I'm well aware where we are.
Okay, I just made a note here, so the next time I open this table, it'll be in my face because I use Windows Saver X. In case you guys like to set up different window combinations for different things, it's a great tool.
And
Okay.
that's all I can do, right? I can't do anything more.
Well, if you would have said I'm going to do 2 actions at the beginning of this, and then said I'm going to do something else, you can still move.
Well, what I wanted to do was move forward just enough to cast the spell, and then see if I could use a stealth roll to kind of hide in the bushes.
Well, it still would have been a -2. It would have been a 5, which would have still been a success. So put minus. Just put
Actually,
click the 1 action button down there and make it say 2 actions, and then
I
roll a stealth
actually
roll.
have a card that I want to use called Ace,
Okay.
and
Now
it's
drag it to. Have you already used your card?
I used one in the previous
Yes.
encounter.
Yeah. Wichita cannot play any more adventure
Oh
cards.
man, you can only play it one a
Yes.
day.
Unless you have, there are certain edges that give, or certain things that can happen that allow you to play more than 1 card.
Is it per day, like in game?
Yes, it's per session. Yeah,
Okay,
per
per
entire
session.
session. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, darn. I guess what was the modifier again? -2?
-2, or just click the 1 action button and make it say 2 action, and then roll stealth.
No. All right. Well.
Which should have been in the tower, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, I keep
All
forgetting
right.
about that.
Okay, Fairy. Is Fairy going to do anything?
With some bites, Attica.
No, I don't want to lose my familiar.
Yeah, it takes 13 days to get another one.
Yeah, we're good. Fairy's gonna
All
stay in
right.
the house.
Okay, so let's jump down to Ming Li then.
Yeah, she has basically her fists to fight with. So
Right.
I need to step up and then do some Okinawan kung fu on this.
And I yelled at you to follow me and take out the woman, because if we kill her, kills the summon.
And don't forget that I've
Okay.
just given you an edge, the trademark weapon edge.
I don't have anything listed here.
It'll be a +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
+1 to hit and parry.
How far can I go for that?
6.
I'm not being stealthy.
Your pace movement.
Right there's
If
good.
you look at which should be 6 for everybody on a normal person. Yes, 6. So you can move 6, and then you can roll a pace die, which is and take an action to run. If you want to, but you don't have to. Okay.
No, I don't have to do that.
Now you do have this one targeted right now.
Yeah, I'm just.
Just point that. There you go.
All right, so I'm just rolling the. I put a +1 down and roll it. Correct?
Yeah. +1 in the modifier box. Roll away.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, wow. That was damage. You gotta roll to hit first.
Oh shit!
Where's the,
You gotta make sure you hit to keep that damage.
what am I rolling to do the hit?
Let's see.
On the left.
Melee combat. It's on the left.
The
It's a
box
D8.
there? Okay.
Yeah, D8.
Very good. Come on, baby. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. I got an error out of him too. Something's going on with the attacks. Fists. Did that hit?
Yeah, her
Yes.
parry is
Well,
5 with fatigue -1.
I'm not
enough?
seeing
Yes.
that. Parry. My 5. Okay.
Yeah, it
There
says
we go.
it.
Now I see.
Yeah.
Now I see that. Okay. So now
Well, retroactively,
drop that on her, and she is going to use her last mini and try to soak that, and hope and pray for. Well, I actually have minis too.
Being a martial artist is
Oh,
Wow.
critical failure.
wow, the fates have spoken.
nice.
The
That's
fates
a
have
crit
Nice.
failure.
Yeah, she took the wound. Okay, not looking good for Agatha. Guys, we'll call it there. And I'm sorry we went over so late, Sven. It's hard to plan these things like this.
All right, so real quick,
And
Martian,
right,
Martian Cat, where can we find you?
On Twitch. That well, I use the same screen name. It's Martian Cat, MartianKat.
Awesome. And Marbanya?
Twitch.tv/Marbanya, Thursday nights.
Thursday nights, more SWAT A action, Savage Worlds. Thank you so much for doing this, and we will see you guys. If you like this, come back in 2 weeks on the 29th. And next week, come back and see Martian Cat's other half, nowhere near as good looking, playing Starfinder. And whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks a lot. Thanks again, Marbanya. Say goodnight, guys.
good night, guys.
Good night.
Hi, guys.
Laters.
And thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
And since I've been holding it the entirety of the fight, can I use the Saints and Martyrs adventure card to help people get power points back, please? I've been waiting until everybody took their turn so that I could use it.
Oh, okay. So and who? Yeah, throw it in the chat window.
2d6. Is it individual, or does she roll one till we take it all?
Everybody can roll their own 2d6 if they want to.
Okay.
I'll let her call that. How do you want to do it? Roll once for everybody, or let everybody roll their own?
Let everybody roll their own.
Okay.
There you
Except Fenora, since she already left the stuff, so whatever I roll, she'll get.
go. Holy
10.
shit! 10 power points back, Mr. Dillon.
I know. We're still talking.
7 for Ming Lee.
3 for Max and
Nice.
Aida.
Alright, so. Cool. Well, thanks again. I'll get my powers back.
Thank you guys. Have a good
That
week,
puts me
Sven.
back.
Thank
Just let me
you
know
for
when you
being our
wanna-
marshal.
Oh, you're
Thank
quite
you so much.
welcome. I enjoy it. Let me know when you want to wrap this one up, or if you want to do.
29th.
There's actually the 29th.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll talk.